especially at tournaments like Boston Blue Beat. But hopefully, like, maybe this is a button check. I don't think it is, but we're going to be seeing that Noel versus the Susanoo up here right now.
Yeah, we'll see how Fyre is able to deal with Icecool's defensive habits and unbelievable offense. Like you said, Fyre plays a lot of characters trying to get that active defense with the instant blocks, but already opened up.
And already we're seeing a lot of what makes Susanoo a very interesting character, because he has to unlock those specials in order to really realize his entire toolkit and do as much damage as he can, not only in neutral but also in combos. But right now Fyre has catched Icecool in a combo of his own, has some meter to spend as well, but will not be using it just yet, instead bringing Icecool all the way to the wall.
Ooh, catching with the 6D there. And as you look at the bottom, those special moves, second from the right, that's the DP seal. Super important for Icecool's game plan here. Really makes you guess on defense. But Fyre making all the right guesses here, but can't finish a combo.
And we're stuck in a bit of an animation right there. Icecool going to be popping OD and will be unlocking a lot of his specials right here. He unlocked that Ground Viper. That's going to be a key tool to really realizing the maximum amount of damage from his combo rooting. The next thing he's going to be looking to unlock will be that spin. But he has to first find a way out of this pressure that Fyre is represented first. Spending that meter for the rapid cancel, pushing Icecool into the corner, and going to be gaining a lot of overdrive back as well, because we have that active flow active.
Yeah, Noel pretty unique in that stance that her overhead is actually fast and low. So kind of catching Icecool there with the delayed low, catching the fuzzy. And now, you know, really putting the pressure on. Fyre showing that even against a competitor of Icecool's caliber, and like I was talking about before, that DP seal coming into effect, taking the corner here for Icecool.
They're going to be leveling up those specials as well. That is another thing you can do. Noticing the barrier, going for the crush trigger, and opening up Fyre, but doesn't have the meter to kill just yet. He's one more combo, and with that double overhead, Fyre will be opened up and has to spend that first in order to get out of that situation, but will not be able to get out of this situation. Here's Icecool, pops the OD for the easy rooting, and that's going to be the first game going to Icecool.
Yeah, the overhead's kind of being the story of that at the end there, going for the F-Shiki setup, the fuzzy guard break, followed up by just swinging with the 6D for the overhead. Icecool really putting the pressure on. We've seen, you know, the really dominating strike throw that Icecool will do, just kind of get up in your face and kind of make you really want to press something. So really mixing it up. And now we got the character swap. Kagura from Fyre, now Salty. Tell me about Kagura.
Arguably the character he should have gone with the start. Within the start, you know, I know him, so I'm a say that a little bit right here. Yeah, exactly. I'm gonna give you my honest thoughts, but Kagura is much different playstyle compared to Noel. A lot slower, has to play a lot more methodically, going to be really controlling neutral with his giant buttons and his fireball as well. Also has a fantastic defense in the form of a flash kick, and Susanoo doesn't really have a lot of overheads that can really make him lose that charge, having to block high.
Yeah, other than the F-Shiki, they're all going to be pretty reactable, so Fyre can definitely swing with that Fafnir whenever the overhead is coming. Pushing out the pressure now, stands through. ODR is usually really good against Kagura stance pressure. Good awareness from Fyre, knowing to hold in that stance, waiting for the overdrive from Icecool. Super good player knowledge there.
Continuing to catch Icecool in this corner. I think we have the meter to kill, but we dropped the combo! Kagura is a very high damage character. Arguably, in a lot of situations, can be higher than Susanoo, especially when he has no specials unlocked. And there's that DP coming out yet again. Could have RC'd for the kill, but an RC from Icecool will be staying safe on that super attempt. Icecool with a pixel of life left, and Fyre backing all the way up, playing as patient as possible, knowing he only needs that one more hit, and Icecool needs to really bring things back. He needs at least 2 combos, and that is going to be the first round going to Fyre.
Yeah, that Wyvern just gonna finish things up for Fyre, and like you were talking about before, Salty, you know, Icecool was going for the overhead, trying to find the dome, but said, that Fafnir so invincible. These reactable overheads and the crossed under from Icecool putting on the pressure right now.
There it is, going to be unlocking spin after this combo. There it is. He's going to have extremely damaging roots now, especially now he's going to be getting meter. You have Fyre up against the wall. This should be enough to kill if he pops super at the very end. No, actually, yeah, we had to RC to make sure that we get that final ender right there. And with the orb as well, Icecool working on a perfect, but gets sniped low as Fyre approaches.
Yeah, going for the tech trap there, trying to air unblockable with that special move, and just being able to tack on the extra damage with it at the end. He's living on a sliver here. Fyre gonna get caught by that 5A. What an anticlimactic end.
For sure, and right now Icecool is on set point over Fyre, just needs to win this one last round, but Fyre has shown that he is able to take a round on Icecool and could possibly continue to take more, but these really smart ODs from Icecool have been really giving him so much leverage in this matchup. Kagura doesn't have a lot of, has a lot of recovery frames on a lot of his big normals like 2C like that, so they are very OD susceptible if you read his pressure correctly. And right now, Fyre is going to be laying on the damage with that EA to put himself into active flow.
Yeah, similarly like you were talking about with Icecool, the invul there with the high recovery move, letting Fyre get a lot of damage with that overdrive. Great conditioning there from Icecool, waiting super long on that, and this should be enough on the throw combo. The burst baited overdrive is available, goes for it, has to EA through the second hit, and we got a chance here for Fyre.
Throwing out those fireballs, trying to play patient and neutral, trying to control it. Icecool trying to get over it with that air dash, but a little too early. An OD attempt, but Icecool sees no button getting caught, and Fyre will instead get caught out by that final button from Icecool after OD. That's going to be the game. That's going to be the set going to Icecool to start us.
Did you say killer, Salty Boy? Did you say killers? I think we may have a killer on screen right now.
Tell me, who is it?
It's the one and only Killicobes. Infamous and famous for unfortunate things now, Killicobe has been the main character of Centralfiction in 2024 and is here now showing off at TNS. Like you said, top 8 material 100% for this player, getting off to a great start against NoelsPup.
I'm not gonna lie, I didn't even know this was Kobe. I looked at the bracket, I was like, oh, Kobe probably has work. But nope, he does not have work. Instead, he is here to catch people off guard here in this Blazblue Centralfiction bracket on a regular Sunday. Playing from full screen, setting up those seals right now on the screen so you can use them if Noel chooses to approach. Misses a throw. Noel trying to get out of that position, but right now is really struggling to deal with this pressure that Kobe is representing.
Yeah, struggling to deal with that, but Farchail Trey not struggling with their finances, dropping $30 on the Matcherino. Thank you for contributing to these players' welfare. Just like Oldhead Slayer, aka Killicobes, trying to get that bread tonight.
Oh wait, no, this is Seb. This is Kobe versus Seb. Okay.
NoelsPup, aka Seb.
It makes so much more sense now. I was like, who are these people? All right. But both of these are actually top 8 contenders. Actually, both made top 8 last time at TNS, and are certainly no strangers to those large, to those large bracket top 8 standings as well offline. But right now, Kobe is still putting on this pressure over Seb, keeping them locked in this corner really this entire set so far. And Seb is trying to fight back, but overall, Kobe really is setting the pace for this entire match.
Sneaking in there. Gonna very low recovery move, meaning that overdrive is not gonna get much. NoelsPup here. Active flow gonna add this damage, build this overdrive back though. Really dominating position right now for Seb, but Kobe just effortlessly escaping the corner. Bang with pretty good movement compared to the rest of the cast.
Oh yeah, absolutely, especially when he gets to OD where he can activate those 8-way dashes. And speaking of OD, Kobe is going to be activating it right now to make sure he gets all the steals and get as much damage from this combo as possible. And this EA should be enough to kill, as that secures a 4.6k combo for Kobe to take that game.
Yeah, super good awareness there from Kobe. You know, that overdrive was locking out any sort of interaction NoelsPup had to stop the combo to save their life to get that burst back. So very good awareness, knowing exactly how much damage you needed to kill and making sure that there was no counterplay to finishing off that game.
Yeah, and you know, most characters, I'll say most combos that Bang may do, maybe won't do too much damage, especially if he doesn't have any seals unlocked. But in OD, Bang becomes an absolute beast and really just dishes out damage. So really smart rooting from Kobe to take that game away from Seb and really, like you said, reduce any interaction at the end and make sure that we secure that very cleanly.
Yeah, playing out of his mind right now, aiming for the top 8. Kobe seems to always kind of have a chip on his shoulder, aiming for the heights here. You know, really wants to make sure that they are recognized with the greats of Centralfiction. Maybe, you know, looking a little connection-y here. Anytime a player is like whiffing jab 4 times full screen, maybe getting a little bit of a connection issue. And now the early overdrive pop, not going to have access to that resource and that defense for a while here. This is definitely NoelsPup's round to take.
There it is. That Noel will be taking this combo against Kobe to bring him all the way to the wall. Noel does have some pretty nice corner pressure, but the parry from Kobe will be coming out, and that will be a pretty nice combo as we unlock multiple seals here. I think we're going to be unlocking all 4, right? Yeah.
Excellent stuff. What a reversal of fate there. Kobe able to escape the corner and put Noel there. The corner is really not where you want to be because that's where damage increases pretty much universally. So you are always taking bigger risks while you're in the corner. So an escape artist like that, Kobe's really going to be getting mileage off of that.
I really like that you mentioned that as well, but also becomes a lot stronger when it comes to keeping you locked down in pressure sequences. And that was really smart just popping out that umbrella because normally you wouldn't pop out that umbrella in mid-screen, but you would in the corner because it's so much harder to escape.
Yeah, the Okizeme also gets harder. We'll see him now. NoelsPup, you know, has to deal with, yeah, we see Kobe going for those really dangerous options, you know, jump out, try to go for the parry off of the drive there. Just doing whatever he can to keep you guessing and allowing these situations where he can escape the corner.
Look at that fantastic movement, really making use of that 8-way dash to just move all around the screen and keep Noel guessing until it is time to move in and get that kill. We got to set up the corner right now, the throw, the 5D attempt, but that was just out of range. And unfortunately, the thing about those drive moves is that they're very risky if they're whiffed.
Whoa, what a clash there. NoelsPup, meter to spend, and we're going into this final round with overdrive on both of our players here. A very scary situation to be in against Bang Overdrive, such a volatile part of this matchup. You really have to watch your back here as NoelsPup, because any sort of mistake can be abused by Kobe.
Yeah, and just backing up. I like, honestly, just how patient Kobe is playing. Knowing when to back up, knowing when to not really approach Noel, and letting Noel approach them instead, because Kobe has so much in terms of screen control with those nails, one of the best projectiles in the game, and that is why it is limited. You can see there are 6 nails left, but I don't think Kobe will be needing any more. I think we have plenty because Noel has very low health remaining. The OD attempt in an attempt to catch out a drive normal, and that will be no reward from that OD as Kobe picks up that final combo to get the kill.
Yeah, when I saw Kobe burst, I felt like there was a chance for NoelsPup, you know, taking such a dangerous...
You know, I flubbed here.
Oh, we tripped, folks. This is tough. I don't want to look at Twitch chat right now. I don't want to look at it.
We're just going to
forget it. All right, here we go.
How
ShadyPun. Our a known Hazama player, anyone not, you know, aware of ShadyPun has got to have something wrong. Looking super good. Rocking the red color on Hazama. That's kind of a Taker little look here, and we're getting off to it. Mastfam, once again, like you were talking about, CEO champion on the Taker. Really, really likes this character. Now bursting you into the corner. It's active! Taker Buster is active, folks. Unbelievable catching the overdrive there from ShadyPun.
Now I'll say, Taker, you know, you may say he struggles against long-range characters, especially Hazama. Hazama is a particularly tough matchup for Taker, but Taker is still a very tricky character. You can see that backdash being a very effective defensive tool, but he also has really good tools as well, like Wedge Catapult, which does make him invincible, so you do have to worry about that as well. Lots of vacuuming normals to really take advantage of the fact that you are in the air and that you're trying to move around him. So we'll see exactly how Mastfam... Oh, we're not going to get purple thrown today!
Did you see that? Mastfam is a master of the purple throws. Tech that like frame 1 was like, I know this is coming.
Yes, past trauma, let me tell you.
All right, out of chains right now. ShadyPun's got to, you know, getting run down and is magnetized right now.
All right, Oh, and that's going to be the first round going to Shady, and you can see why this is such a tough matchup for Tager. Like you preluded to earlier, Tager really struggles against those long-range characters, and Hazama is one of those characters that maybe not long-range the entire time, certainly likes to be close range with his dagger pressure, but can kind of play at his own pace, poking from very far, playing lane with those chains, and approaching on his own terms.
Yeah, it's such a good way to put it. You know, ShadyPun really kind of gets to dictate the pace of the match right here. Mastfam kind of has to just wait for ShadyPun to overextend with the chains to take this space back. Also, of course, in every matchup, Spark Bolt's going to be super important in forcing that magnetism. ShadyPun feels like they got the kill here, do they? Gonna get that poison, and it's gonna be enough. My goodness, a perfect from ShadyPun.
Yeah, incredibly dominating performance right here in that first game, ending it with a perfect. And I love the awareness to hit confirm that overhead as well, straight into the Hotenjin to get that combo into the OD to lock Mastfam out and take that game. Extremely well played, but Mastfam certainly is no stranger to comebacks and has actually beaten Kairos out of all players to make it top 8 at Combo Breaker. Probably the best Hazama actively playing the game. That's all I'm saying.
You know, Mastfam, you can never count this player out. So volatile, and we saw already, you know, the play to overdrive through Tager Buster, you know, very focused here. But in the end, it's going to be a lot of patience, making sure that, you know, as ShadyPun is kind of deciding what's happening, you're ready the second they mess up. That's really what it's going to be here for Mastfam.
Okay, we'll be getting that charge to get that Spark Bolt. That's one of the things I really like about Mastfam's play, is that he's just so confident when it comes to looking for those opportunities to charge up that Spark Bolt, because that is going to be the key tool in this matchup. Even if it gets blocked, it applies magnetism. And with magnetism applied, you can make sure that Shady can't really play the game that they want to the same way.
Ooh, great read there on the wake-up super there. Tager players will go for that when the chips are down. Oh!
That was certainly a
that overhead.
Yeah, that was a Hotenjin attempt right there. Spark Bolt attempt, but all these Spark Bolts are missing. Shady is doing such a great job of representing these jumps to avoid these Spark Bolts, to avoid these command grabs, and Shady is looking so dominating. Mastfam really struggling to try and find a way to deal with these options that Shady has been representing. Straight into the super, and that's going to be it. Mastfam has very little time to actually adapt now.
Yeah, really, the go times for Mastfam are whenever Shady's magnetized or when Shady has no chains. And you see, like, the counterplay here, like Mastfam using those IBs to be closer and more advantage. You see, like, this busting through and making sure to get the charges for Spark Bolt. Like you were saying, ShadyPun is or Mastfam's so good at prioritizing that. But even then, ShadyPun just kind of working it out, even when Spark Bolt is charged, it's being dodged. Even when I have zero chains, I'm just slowing down. Excellent play here for ShadyPun.
Oh, we're actually angling up the Spark Bolt this time around. You don't see that very often, but Mastfam has to resort to that since Shady is jumping so often. And look at how much reward he gets off of hitting that one Spark Bolt. And we're actually going to be using the invincibility from Wedge Catapult, I believe, to avoid the Hotenjin.
Yeah, get a slightly better punish there with the Invul, looking like a Devil May Cry highlight reel right now. Excellent punish there from Mastfam. And this is where it all falls apart. ShadyPun has to keep the consistency up now that First Blood has been drawn.
Oh, Mastfam will be spending that burst as well, trying to get that Spark Bolt charged up, and that's going to be another big hit for Shady. Call that a reset, because you're being sent into the corner, and Shady just needs one more solid combo. Still has some meter on hand. Not going to be getting OD just yet, but I don't think it's going to matter. There's the overhead into the Hotenjin. If we don't drop this, this should be enough to kill, and that's going to be the game. Going to Shady with another perfect to take the set 2-0 over Mastfam.
Second verse, same as the first. Play guy is so experienced, so refined in his playstyle. I'm looking forward to seeing how Ketz represents the journey that he's been on and just how good his play has gotten at this point. And this is in no way going to be a free win for Play Guy. I want Quetz to come out on top of this. Let's see it.
We'll see exactly what this round start is going to be. Quetzalcoatl going for those gunshots, and Playguy playing very patient in neutral until it's time to approach. Quetz already back up against the wall, and Playguy, I love how he just walks back once he has Quetz locked down in the corner, noticing that, hey, I have enough space to walk around, you do not.
Trying to sneak in a 6A there, guaranteed unlock if it hits from Playguy. This active defense here, the IB, allowing the opportunity for the DP through and the 50 meter to make sure that even if Quetz baits it, Playguy's going to be safe.
Really good hit here for Quetzalcoatl, straight into the God Press reset. RC to get the extension. What a sick combo from Quetzalcoatl so far. And look at how much damage he just gave Playguy. Yeah, you always want to be on the lookout for that God Press reset. Quetzalcoatl certainly likes to go for that option.
And Quetz is playing offense like a Street Fighter player right there. You see like him just standing in the jump out range, waiting and reacting. Such good offense from Quetz.
Now back up against the wall. Let's see what that defense is going to look like instead. Still playing very patient, blocking all this out. The DP, and that is going to be the round going to Quetzalcoatl. So much damage from that single DP there.
Yeah, and I like putting Playguy on the back foot right away with that, mixing in the God Press. Playguy prides himself on being really consistent, so when you hit a God Press that early on in the set, you're kind of putting Playguy off his modus operandi, kind of surprising him, showing that maybe the Emperor has no clothes, so I really like that early on from Quetz.
Right now, Playguy is representing so much damage early on in this round as well. Quetz gets to take a hit on Playguy, and Playguy doing the same thing that you applauded Quetz as well for, just backing up in the corner, standing in that jump out range, waiting to see what Quetz is going to go for, and more importantly, playing out of the range of Quetz's buttons, especially when he has no specials unlocked to really make Playguy guess what he's going to do.
Yeah, super dominant there, and like you were talking about with the unlocks, Susanoo can be a little snowball-y in the way he plays, really needs to get those hits in order to unlock the DP, in order to unlock Grand Viper for better combos. And when Playguy's playing like this, not giving Quetz an opportunity to even get started, even through the burst, this is where Susanoo looks really weak.
See that backing up yet again, and the moment that Quetz tries to get out of that corner, maybe press a button, Playguy is instantly there to go for that whiff punch. I love how Playguy is playing because basically, Quetz sees some space being created, and we're trying to go for maybe an option that can unlock a seal, get something started, but Playguy immediately is putting a stop to that and saying, no, I'm not going to let you do that. Instead, I'm going to be playing my own game, and that's exactly what he did at that final round, getting that perfect over Quetz, and showing why he's such a strong Ragna.
My good, that first round, Quetz was, showing their stuff, getting that offense going, sneaking in the God Press, that player expression. I'm willing to go for more risky moves, play a little higher variance, but those last two rounds was just Playguy playing so surgically, so safe, not really giving Quetz an opportunity to jostle for positioning. And looking really tough here. Playguy showing why they're such top 8 material.
Okay, great JAs from Playguy, getting the knockdown, going to be a little bit of damage. Continuing to push Quetz into the corner. Lots of 2As. That's going to be kind of just the standard Ragna pressure that you should be expecting. Because Ragna doesn't have a lot of great highs that can really pressure you, Playguy has to resort to going for these 2As and 5A stagger pressures to try and sneak out some throws.
Yeah, and like I was talking about with how God Press can be a little bit demoralizing. What a break there from Quetzalcoatl. It's the same with these death spikes that Playguy is getting away with. These are jumpable and IB-able to not deal with the plus frames, and Quetzalcoatl is missing those opportunities. Once again, a barrier on the death spike, just letting Playguy keep this offense for free. All these pressure resets are going away, and the whole time, I know in Quetzalcoatl's head, he's like, how am I letting this happen? Where is my good defense? I'm a good player. I should be able to deal with this, and in the end, Playguy just keeps the offense, keeps it going, super consistent from Playguy.
But this is a huge break for Quetzal, getting out of the corner, unlocking some specials as well, but misses! their button. It looks like a missed input as well. That's so unfortunate. I think we're trying to go for that 2C, not the 3C. And now Play Guy has Quetz locked up against the corner yet again. Popping that OD. This does unlock all of his special moves. Keep that in mind. And the YOLO Grand Viper from all the way from the other side of the screen will be scoring Quetzalcoatl a pretty nice hit and continues to find another Ground Viper. Has enough meters to cancel into a super. This is going to be enough to kill.
Yeah, Quetz finally showing what was missing in those last couple of rounds, the scramble opportunity and taking it the whole way. And I also love, Play Guy's such a consistent player, really showing low-risk options. Those fuzzy guards that Play Guy was using to make sure that the overheads didn't connect, that was his downfall. Getting hit low by those Grand Vipers really screwed Play Guy over.
Yeah, but also I think another key part of it too is that you know how Play Guy is always backing up once he has Quetzal in the corner? Quetz is just going for those Ground Vipers to catch Play Guy walking back. I think that's another really key part of using that move to catch Play Guy off guard, but Play Guy has seen that trick 2 times already. Do you think it's going to continue to work?
We'll see. And I mean, it feels like so much of this game has just been played in the left corner of the screen. Play Guy has been so consistent once the offense has started. Quetz has been able to scramble out a few times, but it just seems like if Play Guy gets the first hit, it almost seems unwinnable.
We'll see who gets the first hit. Is it going to be unwinnable just yet? Maybe not quite there. As Quetz pops OD instantly to unlock that DP, unlock the spin. That's going to be some pretty nice specials to unlock early on. And now back up against the wall. You're going to be really needing that DP right now to use it on defense against Play Guy's overwhelming pressure.
Yeah, I love the early OD pop there from Quetz, making sure that Play Guy did not early burst to deny the seals, but now we're getting that resource back. Quetzalcoatl needs to use this burst very cleanly in order to get a second chance here. The stagger pressure coming out from Play Guy. Oh, okay, Quetz pushing out of the corner here, taking the positioning back to mid-screen.
OD attempt there on the 2A. And the throw attempt, but will be recovering just in the nick of time. Quetz backing up. There's the 5A. Big counter hit because this is going to give Quetz such a huge screen positioning advantage.
Yeah, the level 3 tackle allowing for the extension there. But check the burst right now. 8 out of 10. You got the overdrive pop, going to get locked out. Carnage Scissors will be enough here, Play Guy. Going to take it over Quetzalcoatl in quite a close, close 2-0. Close 2-0. And just a fantastic match between these two.
Yeah, absolutely. Quetz is all in that line right there.
All right, we had a simple character in Ragna just a moment ago, but 2 very complicated characters coming up next in Hyper versus Dawn on the Relius and Izayoi respectively. This is going to be tough.
This is also another top 8 qualifier. Whoever wins this makes it into that winner's side of the bracket. We're seeing who gets to move forward. Dawn has made top 8 before. Hyper has made top 8 before. But who is it going to be this time around? Izayoi, a very complex character, even more so than Relius. You would think Relius is with the puppet character toolkit, but not quite.
Oh, getting some good stocks and getting into gain are pretty early here. Roll catch by Hyper, but can't keep the combo going.
Popping the super. This is going to be one of the key supers to utilize in pressure because this allows for this very strong sandwich pressure that is very, very hard to punish and very, very hard to contest against because it's basically a super and it will be eating so many of the options you may want to use on defense. And look at that, Dawn stuffing out any chance for Hyper to take this round.
Yeah, excellent little confirm off of that standing open there. Dawn kind of showing the mix-up potential of the character, especially like you were talking about with that super. So many mixes you have to hold in the duration of that, and so many knowledge checks that Dawn can kind of force with it.
Yeah, now there is some counterplay. One of the big counterplay is to chicken block it, so you don't have to worry about that mix. Another thing is to jump, because off of air hits, it can be very awkward to try and get conversions off of it. So we'll see exactly how Hyper deals with that super later on, and look, we're going to be seeing it yet again.
We're seeing it right now. Urgent, overhead blocked. Here come the frame traps, the cross-ups. Oh, a little misinput there, probably.
It looks like it as Hyper's able to get out of that corner, get some good damage on deck as well. Getting rid of those seals as well. We are in the install mode.
One more to go. Does convert off the roll catch this time, but low on stocks, will have to go back to normal mode if they want to have any damage. Blocked on it and punish. EA is universally -10. Nice little awareness there. Hyper knowing the spacing, knowing that you can get that punish.
Yeah, we've been talking about Relius a lot, but let's talk about Izayoi and how she works. As you can look on the bottom right, she has the stocks that she needs to be building up with those fireballs. Even if they get blocked, she builds up those stocks, and then she can go into install, where she can start to spend them and become a very powerful character.
Yeah, gets access to like the Ino-style hover dash mix, super fast, high loads. And like you were saying, she gets 1 stock if you block the special move, and 2 if you get hit. So she's really looking to just kind of stay in neutral as long as she can until she has resources. And when she has those, she can convert off just about any hit in the main arc mode.
There it is. There's the super getting spent as well. Gets hit by the overhead.
And yeah, all the delayed overdash mix blocked, but the standing overhead is what's going to do Hyper in here.
Oh, and the throw after the overhead. That's going to be the first game going to Dawn as we have 1 point on the board.
Yeah, it looks like a TRM there at the end. I wasn't able to read fast enough, but yeah, probably a little bit of an early tech from Hyper, and Dawn reading that properly, just going for the delayed throw and securing that round.
All right, we're going into the next round, however. Dawn with 1 point on the board, of course. Hyper can make that comeback. I mean, we've seen how much Hyper was fighting back in that previous round, but that super really is going to be a tough thing to deal with. The question is, how are we going to prevent that super from locking you down, or how are we going to work around it once you get caught in it?
Yeah, and Dawn showing that counterplay, you know, if the projectile hits the doll, Hyper doesn't get any stock for that, so making that the doll is always between him and Hyper, making sure that Hyper doesn't get those stocks for free. Gonna take a lot of damage in Overdrive. Luckily, Overdrive does give Hyper stocks, so not for nothing. But opened up with the overhead. This is looking tough.
Yeah, in the corner as well. Gives him plenty of time to set up the super because of the hard knockdown. And Dawn working on a perfect over Hyper, calling back the doll to recover some of that meter. And that's going to be a full screen cross-up, only accessible in that install mode.
Yep, but oh, Hyper's cornered themselves here. Now with a full doll bar, this is going to be really tough. The super coming down once again. Oh, blasted away, Hyper! Escape artist through the super, but using all those resources just to still lose the round. And Dawn only 1 tick away from that overdrive.
That was an insane play right there, I'm not gonna lie. If that EA got blocked, that would have been dead. Alright, good anti-air from Dawn. Great combo afterwards as well.
Yeah, that anti-air is pretty easy to hit confirm the counter hit with. And also, it auto baits burst because you're able to FD jump after it and then still continue the combo. So yeah, Dawn really using that excellent anti-air that Relius has access to.
All right, there's the unreactable overhead coming in. One hitting. Gonna get another one. Hyper continuing to put this pressure over Dawn, but running out of stocks. And there's the air throw. Hyper is going to be building up enough meter to get the kill. Doesn't even need to spend it. That's going to be tying up in rounds in game number 2.
And also looking good for Hyper's resources now, close to the overdrive compared to round 2. Whoa, but an air throw back from Dawn throw counter, meaning that was catching a button. Now has to deal with quite a bit of doll gauge remaining, this pressure. Just trying to spend this overdrive time, catching with the overhead. That standing overhead from Relius.
All right, popping the super yet again. What's the mix going to be this time around? One overhead, another overhead, and they're all getting blocked, but doesn't block the last low to finish off the pressure string as Dawn is looking to finish off Hyper. A DP attempt, but just out of range. Dawn with a perfect is going to be taking it 2-0 over Hyper to make it into that winner side of top 8.
Yeah, running through the 4K off of that? No way. I never would have expected. That's really who Fuzzama is. And like you were saying, Maknchess, you know, really playing that 1st to 2 kind of game plan, really making you doubt your game plan, doubt yourself. How did I get hit with that purple throw? That's really what Maknchess is looking for. And also, S is just going to really be able to harass Fuzzama in neutral here. Really good anti-airs, really good projectiles. It's going to be tough for Fuzzama to make it in.
And we've already seen 2 of the tools that are going to be key in this matchup for Maknchess. The 6B being a very good anti-air, reaching very high up, and also the fireballs as well to control that space and keep Fuzzama from approaching with those chains. And right now, Maknchess has Fuzzama locked up in the corner, no mirror to their name, so defense is going to be really hard to deal with. And Fuzzama is just playing so well in neutral, chasing Maknchess up into the air and gets that air throw off.
Yeah, perfect sort of air throw reset there. Back to neutral here, walking into the loving arm of Maknchess's anti-air there. S6B so good at controlling the airspace, which is where Hazama wants to be most of the time. This is going to be a pretty hard matchup for Fuzz to navigate, but it's done it many times before against good S players. So we'll see when Fuzz is going to lock in here, or if Maknchess can keep it going. No purple throw here. Maknchess saying that you stole my whole flow.
Yeah, but Maknchess hasn't represented that just yet. Maybe later, but right now, Maknchess is just playing so solid, setting up the JD to get those plus frames, gain the crest active as well, and Fuzzama trying to backdash and press the button gets caught out in the end. Maknchess will be able to set up another crest unless we go for that purple throw. Gets teched by Fuzzama, but Maknchess still keeping a hold of this corner position.
Yeah, and Maknchess showing what I consider like the hallmark of a good purple thrower is not only do you go for the purple throws, but you're also ready for the scramble afterwards. But what a burst bait there from Fuzzama. The setup was perfect, the bait was set, and Maknchess just falling into the trap there. Now a good overdrive advantage for Fuzzama going into this final round here of game 1.
There's that 6B. Continuing to do such a great job of controlling this space. I mean, you can just throw that button out pretty non-committally against Fuzzama the moment you notice the chain is out on the screen, because if Fuzzama chooses to go for that follow-up, then they're just going to get hit like that, and we're just going to be getting hit point blank by the Gawain overhead, huh?
I think we got desync allegations here, whiffing a lot of full screen 6A here.
No, I think we're playing normally.
No, what? Yo? No way.
I thought it was a desync for a second too. I was doubting myself, but it looks like Fuzzama was just doing that tactically to throw Maknchess off.
Fuzz has got to justify this. My goodness, no way. So good here, converting off of the 6A Hotenjin, and now making sure that we close it out. So much damage off of this overdrive combo, and taking game 1, Fuzzama.
Yeah, and I really like how Fuzzama is also showing to Maknchess that, like, hey, you cannot be bursting me, you cannot be DPing me, because Hazama has just really good movement options like the stance, where he backs up, rushes back in, really good at just baiting out those defensive attempts. So you got to be really, really sure that your DP or your burst is going to be connecting with Hazama, or you're obviously going to be dealing with a world of hurt.
My goodness, what a close match between those two. Game 1. Fuzzama, though, I gotta say, put the fear of God in Maknchess. That burst bait was impeccable. What a player read there. Fuzzama just like, oh my gosh. It's in your head, man. What are you gonna do?
Great anti-air, catching Maknchess. Yeah, you want to be really careful about going to that double jump height and throwing out those double fireballs, because you have very limited air options afterwards, and Fuzzama can just run up to you and be like, okay, I'm just going to wait below you and go for those easy anti-airs and easy combos. I mean, look at how much damage Fuzzama has done to Maknchess so far. It'd be all because of that single anti-air, putting Maknchess in such a horrible position. Now Maknchess holding onto that burst is going to be holding all of this damage, as Fuzzama might be able to kill here, and yes, we will.
Yeah, those optimizations from Fuzzama, but that was just damn slow. But in the end, spending the meter early, able to convert it to almost, or over 4K. So, we were talking about earlier, Fuzzama the lab monster, making sure to milk all of these hits for as much possible damage.
Maknchess going for the burst. Oh, and Fuzzama not blocking that overhead. That's going to be a full combo because Maknchess did fully charge that one.
Keeping up the offense here, you know, meaty throw to kind of catch the delayed throw tech, going for it as early as possible, but unable to finish there, letting Fuzzama scramble out.
The purple throw attempt, and that's such a bad time to get that purple throw tech, because now you're not getting that hard knockdown, and Fuzzama is able to turn the position around on you as we take the corner. Oh, but the Hotenja missed, and Maknchess not ready to go for the punch, but instead we're going to be getting that counter hit as Fuzzama tries to take back their turn afterwards, and that's going to be the run up. JC catching Fuzzama up high.
Huge drop there from Fuzzama, put in a situation where you have to guess high-low for game, and guessing wrong there as Maknchess goes for the instant overhead. We're going to a game 2 here, but final round. Maknchess, opportunity, and once again, this is on loser side. Tournament life is on the line here. Just gotta hit close game after this one if you are on the lead. Buzz trying to make sure that that person is Maknchess. Tossed to the corner here with the hungry coils.
Oh, but you cannot just super like that, and Fuzzama going for the OD punish. Drops the combo, Maknchess out of the corner.
Oh, but we find the command grab burst available. Is there a way for Fuzz to route around it so that it is not a factor? Looking, does get it. Maknchess final chance here. Oh, but the JB is enough for Fuzzama.
2-0 for Fuzzama, and because this is the loser side of the bracket, Maknchess will be knocked out. We have $92.50 in the prize pool. Thanks for the support, y'all, as we get right into the set. Xcaliburbladez versus daze.
This is for you, Mr. 5-0. Witness this as daze fights for their tournament life against Xcaliburbladez, champion of the previous TNS Blazblue Centralfiction net play bracket.
All right, tossing out the spears. That's going to be the big thing that you got to worry about when really dealing with Mai. The fact that she can just control the entire screen like that is very, very potent. She also has a very strong defense game, which suits very well against Carl's very overwhelming pressure.
This little really high variance overdrive there was probably going to catch nothing, but did catch the throw, which meant a full punish for Xcaliburbladez. You know, putting on the hurt here in a very clean first round.
Very clean indeed, but we'll see what the round start is going to be this time around. daze backing up yet again, doing some damage to the doll, continuing to do more damage to the doll, draining that mirror just a little bit, so Xcaliburbladez has less to work with in neutral, but that's going to be recharging very soon, and you always have to worry about that omnipresent threat that that doll provides, because even if it's off screen, those fireballs, those rush attacks can prove to be very, very tough to work around, even in your own offense.
What a bold Abare there for Xcaliburbladez, and huge reward there, taking the core. Is going to be foot invul on that wake up there from daze, escaping the corner, now putting the hurt on. Wants to keep this offense going, make sure that the doll does not get to act again, and also really has to deal with dead angle attack here because Carl can combo off of it.
Right, Excalibur just backing all the way up, being as patient as possible, but right now you're so far away from the doll, and daze knows that, trying to take full advantage of this situation, but like I said, you gotta worry about the fireball coming from the other side of the screen, and daze not recognizing that sound input, gets hit by it. daze spending that burst, very low health, looks like we're gonna be blocking this super, getting out of it, but not able to punish Excalibur properly.
Recovery a little bit too low on that. daze was not in a position to punish. The stagger pressure working out. 30 seconds left on the clock. No burst for Xcaliburbladez. Putting this pressure on. Meter built. We force the mix up here. Fakes the overhead. Goes low. Stalling out. Not dealing with the projectiles, but the nails into the corner will take the first game for Xcaliburbladez.
Yeah, it's so crazy. You can just see Carl jump up barrier. I'm like, okay, I have some room to move, and then you got to worry about the doll. Like, oh, you forget the doll in the back of your head, and the doll just shoots those nails out, catches you from below, and that's just game right there. Excalibur taking that first game 1-0, taking a point on the table. But is daze gonna be locked to the Mai? No, instead we're gonna be switching to the Jin. I kind of expected this. I was like, if daze loses game number 1, he's switching to the Jin. Jin is a character that is mainly a comfort pick for him, I would say. He is certainly the originally played this character. Mai's a bit more of a relatively recent pick. And he also sort of uses it as well for just reading defensive patterns and feeling more comfortable with using Jin instead. But we haven't really seen Excalibur on the defense too often, so I think Daze is really just using this to get a bit of a different approach in neutral.
Of course, they feeling a little different here, dropping the subscription to TNS. Thank you for that, as we get blasted away. Xcaliburbladez using that doll to play the neutral. Off to the races here. This Jin pick has not had the chance to move yet.
No, not yet. Hasn't even gotten a single touch on Excaliburbladez. We'll see if we get it very soon. A TRM from Excaliburbladez will mean that Daze gets this side swap. For some simple
putting the pressure up, that jump cancelable 2A even on block. And then making Excalibur blink here. Get a hard knockdown going for the mix-up with the Snowflake. Huge overdrive through. You could punish Jin so much if you overdrive through that overhead.
Yeah, from Daze trying to get out of that situation. Looks like we got out of it successfully, even if it was blocked. Excalibur putting up a wall against Daze right now. The RC to keep this pressure going. And Excalibur chicken blocking, backing all the way up with the barrier, playing very safe. Daze is one hit away. Excalibur is one hit away. And I think that's the hit that Daze needs to take the round.
That rapid cancel was a little bit too delayed on the dead angle attack. Was trying to hit confirm it. Make sure you get the combo off with the doll. But man, Daze just so focused there, able to punish it.
Trying to set the fireball from below, but Daze will be hitting Excalibur to interrupt that. Jumping over the fireball once again. Daze is being a little more cognition of what that doll is doing at any moment. You kind of have to be like that, just jumping over that fireball once again, keeping Excalibur for getting those plus frames and running his pressure and finding those hits when he can to shut that down as well.
Yeah, Daze has found a lot of small hits here, but hasn't really been able to convert off of them. But with Carl's low health, every sort of hit will stack up here, making the breakpoint as to when you can kill him a little bit closer. Great crouch into anti-air from Excaliburbladez there, but the throw back from Daze.
Good damage, sets up the Snowflake, keep this pressure going, get those plus frames, burst from Daze, offensive burst as well, and catches the rollout from Excalibur. A burst has to be used, or we're going to be losing that game. Daze spending the meter to push Excalibur back in. The overhead connects, but can't cancel off of it, and finds the air hit to take the round and take the game. Suddenly, things have shifted as Daze, swooshing back to the Jin comfort pick, dominates that final round over Excalibur, finally feeling like he's in his zone.
Yeah, really a death by 1,000 cuts match there. Daze, finding those small hits and eventually to the win. And once again, folks, this is loser's side. Loser's side. You see who's going home here or who's sticking in. Daze versus Excalibur.
Man, we're really just watching Fenridi versus Rusei right now. Evo Grand Finals. Flashback to that. If you haven't seen that set, go watch it. But right now we're watching Daze versus Excaliburbladez. Certainly two strong players as well. And right now, Daze is starting things off much stronger than we've seen in previous rounds. Once again, getting that one big combo. But Excalibur putting on a lot of damage with this one as well. 4.8k, nearly 5k, but misses that hard knockdown. So Daze is able to get out of that pressure afterwards.
Yemp's going to get the side swap here on the counter assault and tag on that 1,000 damage. 50 meter well spent as the F Shiki is going to force the burst out of Daze.
A simple stagger pressure on Excalibur's barrier. Excalibur playing patient here. Doesn't have a lot to use in terms of defense. Just wants to see where Daze starts to go for that throw. That's exactly what Excalibur's looking for. The moment you recognize that throw happens, is able to get that tech and get out of that situation. But Daze chasing Excalibur down, finds a nice combo and puts Excalibur back into his pressure sequence.
Yeah, Daze going for the restand as well there, trying to keep the offense up, keep you guessing. But what a good bait there on the DP. The air block into the punish there from Excaliburbladez.
And now Excalibur once again on that set point over Daze here. One more round needed. Man, it's looking so close. If you told me this was a top 8 match, I would believe you.
Backing off for the negative warning and does get it here. No barrier right now for xcaliburbladez. In danger, going to be taking increased damage. But Daze does have to hit you to capitalize on it. xcaliburbladez keeping the offense going. Maybe backing away was worth it. Burst out.
And right now, Daze is playing as aggressive as possible, trying to catch Excalibur, and that's a huge hit. Finally finding a good hit on that danger state Excalibur. Look at that 4K damage without any meter spend, and Daze catching Excalibur once again here.
What patience to catch the backdash there, but xcaliburbladez able to block out the mix-up. Just trying to put the pressure on the doll now, make sure that Carl does not get a lot from this overdrive. Grassing with the JB, running down the roll. The pressure is being kept up by Daze, but evasive maneuvers from Excalibur able to get out.
We won't be getting that burst back anytime soon. You cannot afford to get hit one more time, and it looks like Excalibur finds one more hit.
Will super be enough? Can't combo into it. Final chance.
The parry, though, the parry super, and we're out of that quarter for free. Hold on.
Final hit here, has to navigate the projectile. Ow, and the armor through with the anti-air. xcaliburbladez staying alive here on the loser side. What a clutch up there. So dialed in with the defense of this game that, you know, you gotta be... I'm sorry, I don't have a good segue from what I was talking about. Corsair dropping 100. 1-0-0. Salty boy, what do you feel about this? $100 added to the prize pool.
This one's for you, Corsair.
Again, winner's side top 8 starting off here with one of the best matches I feel like we're going to see tonight. And we got the prize pot on the line. Almost $200 for Centralfiction. Focus up here, folks. The bag is on the line. We got the money match, the cage match, Play Guy versus Icecool. And like we were talking about, so clinical. Already very safe here at the start. A lot of staggers in this stagger pressure. A lot of low recovery buttons in the neutral.
Ready spending the burst and the OD. And I love that Icecool popped OD as well, because if you don't know, Susanoo OD unlocks all of his specials for that time span. So he was able to use that DP as that panic defense option against Play Guy to get him off him for that moment, and now can unlock DP on his own very soon as well. Permanently. There it is.
Okay. Showing that early throw. You know, people generally try and throw tech a little bit later, since it also gives you barrier if it doesn't come out. So Icecool kind of showing that a little bit early. Gonna try and make you press that throw tech early, because once you do that, it's really easy to set up the TRN.
Alright, Icecool backing up, waiting to see what Play Guy wants to do for his approach. Noticing that Play Guy's not going for anything, goes for the air dash, and now the 6B catching Play Guy on the run-up. He's like, no, where do you think you're going?
Yeah, just a little disjoint in that neutral to try and make sure anything Play Guy was approaching with there would get stuffed. What a call out from Icecool after, you know, such conservative walking back and forth. Looking like a Street Fighter match from there.
Yeah, but we've talked about a lot about how Susanoo wants to unlock his specials, and when it comes to this Ragna matchup, you're going to be seeing a lot of the specials we've talked about so far. DP first, or very close to first. Spin, Grand Viper for your damage, and then afterwards you can kind of choose which ones you want. You don't really need Orb for the projectile, but what you really want is that Blade of Judgment to poke away from far. But right now, we're not going to be unlocking any more specials because Play Guy has 100 meter to his name, and will be looking to spend this after this combo to make sure that Icecool loses this round. Play Guy going up 1, and now has evened things up.
Flexing out with the Carnage Scissors there, Play Guy. Very solid, and once again from these two, the super safe round start, just making sure we're nice and spaced out here. We get to play neutral no matter what.
And got a free unlock right there as well.
And what a good one, DP.
He's like, you know what, I'm gonna take my chances. Goes immediately for it, and look at that, there's the 2C catching Play Guy. Double hit low, unlocking another special with the orb this time around. Hits with the overhead. I think Icecool can kill here, actually.
Yeah, the double overhead Gatling, and the perfect for Icecool. Oh my gosh. The round starts from these two have been blowing my mind. No big contest. Both of these characters have such good round start options, but both giving it up every single time to just kind of retreat and play that whiff punish game. They are both playing very low variance, very safe Blazblue here.
Very safe until the 6B starts swinging. But I do like that we're going for 6B and neutral as well, because, you know, if 6B hits, you know, that's a fantastic starter for Susanoo. If it gets blocked, it's also a really bad situation for the opponent. You never want to be blocking 6B like that. It's disjointed, moves in forward, great for whiff punishing. Just all around a really great button to throw around.
Yeah, and you can get pretty predictable with your IB timing, meaning that Icecool can kind of mix up the timing and catch you releasing down to get the IB. So, yeah, lot of ways that Icecool can play around that super good option in 6B, and finding the air throw.
Like, hey, you're off to the races here. Dumping back this entire time. Like, you know, maybe he doesn't have the air buttons to contest afterwards. You know, we're just going to go for that throw to get that guaranteed damage. I really like that confidence from Icecool. I talked about that predictive play he represented very early on in his first stream set, and we're continuing to see it against higher and higher level characters, higher and higher level players like Playguy.
Once again, the 5B control there, finding the whiff on 6B. That is so difficult to do. The button is very active, and the second hit comes super quickly. So, you know, Playguy finally getting the reward off of that slow play, that walk back and forth in the mid-range.
Oh, and there's the mash there, the 5A, recognizing that, like, hey, this is basically interruptible.
Yeah, Ragna players can get a little bit greedy off of that. It's such an advantage situation that they can get, you know, a little bit greedy with what button they're pressing after the plus screen. So Icecool choosing to check that, but also choosing to get knocked on the dome there, blocking low, getting hit with the overhead. Carnage Scissors will be enough.
And that's going to be a round to Playguy, evening up the game once again. Icecool, however, with the advantage, 1 point on the board, still on set point. Icecool holding onto that burst, saving it for this round. Already unlocking the DP, that's fantastic. Doesn't even hit Playguy for it either. That was a blocked 5D, and that's what makes it makes it very scary to deal with Susanoo if you're not staying on your toes and defense like that.
Icecool gonna rely on this DP unlock here. Playguy has to play a little bit safer, knowing that that invincible reversal could come at any moment. Look at the slowdown here. Just the walk back and forth. My good. The game at a high level becomes so defensive focused. Icecool and Monarch, I'd say, show this more than any other player. But you can have such good defense, especially when you threaten the overdrive through any big move, just like Playguy is going to lock it up with the overdrive here. Gets the wall bounce, dash after, spend the 25, and it's not enough.
Wait, hold on, Icecool's still alive, but we have an entire health bar to work through. Unlocking a special. Going to be unlocking another one, I think, with spin. No, instead we're going to unlock the orb. What's it going to be now? Good blocks, but doesn't block the second overhead. And Icecool continues to get another pickup here.
Putting the pixel in Magic Pixel, does have to deal with the burst coming back from Playguy. Can dip out of this situation eventually. Has to find two hits. Shout out to Imp coming in for the hypest moment between those two. And what's it going to be?
The gunshots, unlocking the specials, leveling up that spin, and there it is! Tries to rush forward, but Playguy sticking out that button, catching that approach, and to everyone joining in from Imperius Club, thank you for joining in. I believe what were we playing? Grand Blue? I forget what it was, but we're here for Blazblue, and man, what just happened there was about to be the sickest comeback possible. Icecool, a pixel of life left, a pixel, I mean like literally a pixel, like you could not see that health bar at all. And Playguy with a full health bar, working on a perfect. Icecool almost managed to bring that all the way back.
What an exciting match to win side of top 8 here. Kind of trying to cool off a little bit here on the rematch screen. Taking a little bit of extra time to compose ourselves there, especially for Playguy, I feel like. Had such a good positioning there, and Icecool was almost able to make the comeback. That was so scary.
Oh, and that's a fantastic OD. This is what you were talking about earlier when it comes to interrupting that dead spike. That's it right there.
you know, gets Ragna the plus frames, but you have so many opportunities to counterplay it, and that is what makes it so tilting whenever Play Guy gets away with it. Because you're like, man, I could deal with this. What? Am I a fraud? Am I actually bad at this game? Oh, whoa! Did not look like that was going to recover fast enough, which is what made Play Guy press the DP, but Icecool, knowing the situation, that you were able to whiff that and still be safe. Now set point for Icecool once again.
This time looking a lot stronger as well. We'll be getting that burst back very soon. We'll have it available. Not looking to whiff too many buttons, and there it is. Icecool trying to go for that air approach once again. And Play Guy realizing, like, hey, when we're in neutral like this, Icecool loves to go for those air approaches every now and then, and was able to instantly anti-air with that 6A. This is going to be a huge, huge advantage for Play Guy as now Icecool has their back up against the wall. The positional advantage is looking really good. The throw is going to making this health advantage look even better. He might be taking to a final round here.
Ooh, yeah, and Icecool's special bar looking like a locker right now. No specials unlocked, notably that DP, that defensive option not there. Play Guy gonna abuse that, taking a perfect on that round. Final game, final round. First match of winner side top 8 with $200 in the matcherino. The prize pool is there, folks. The IB from Icecool, the trade on the anti-air. This is so exciting.
Right now, we're not going to be playing exciting just yet until that 6B fatal counters Play Guy. Play Guy knows he has to burst that one. He's going to be taking a huge hunk of damage and also doesn't want to let Icecool unblock any special moves either. And there it is. Play Guy jumping up into the air and Icecool recognizing the situation. Goes for an air button of his own, catches Play Guy, and this is a huge moment for Icecool. Widening this health lead, widening this health gap, unlocks that DP for defense if he needs it later, or for offense, has enough meter to go for stuff like DP cancels or crush triggers. And without any burst to his name, Icecool pops the OG for the easy conversion into the EA, and that is going to be the set going to Icecool 2-1.
And I just love to point out the trap that Icecool set there at the very end. You let the 6B rock, right? You want to IB the lap, whereas this is going to be, we're going crazy mode. We are going offense. Our characters are so good. They can make you guess so hard. And that is what we are about here as we get Oldhead Slayer versus Dawn.
Rebel 1, action.
All right, finds a hit, doesn't confirm it, but we'll be confirming this combo instead. So this early advantage. All set up, getting that Oki. Locked in the corner, gets hit by the overhead, instantly pops that OD to maximize the damage. Able to get the
make sure it sticks as well. No burst through that OD.
I think we're going to be bursting either because Dawn is building such a huge advantage right now, working on a perfect.
Ooh, delayed air dash overhead. Very. It's going to clean that up. A perfect. And again, showing just how dominating these characters can be.
Starting off with the same round start. Instead, Kobe going for a round start that counters that one. Jumping up, going for the nail. A very safe option as well. Kind of just poke with those projectiles, sets the poison for the tick damage. Good blocks from Dawn so far. Great movement with that double cross up going over Kobe's head. Kobe spending that burst to get out of that combo.
Scramble here in the air, but the needle's gonna bail Kobe out there. What a good choice on that projectile. Able to make sure Kobe gets to the ground first. I'm gonna build these seals up, maximizing that damage, but misses the micro dash perhaps. Now we get the counter hit confirmed from Dawn. Gonna attack on this additional damage with the anti-air and the corner swap here.
Oh, and what an anti-air as well. Counter hit from the other side. Really, really. Kobe is going to be taking a round here in response to Dawn. Things up in game number 1. What's the round start going to be this time around? We're going for a very risky option there, but Dawn jumping away, so it's going to avoid that.
Yeah, Kobe expecting the poke at round start from Dawn, going to get that dash momentum drive to try and arc her through it. Looking mainly, I think, for doll regen on that overdrive. Didn't add any additional damage, but making sure that this Oki is tight with the high doll gauge.
This is looking very similar to that round number 1 where Dawn got that perfect over Kobe. not going to be as easy as it was the first go around, especially now that Kobe has that burst and OD available. Oh, parry and catches Dawn pressing a button.
In the corner here, catches low, but no confirm. Dated the counter assault with the overdrive, able to in-roll through and then block it. Attack on the damage, not going to be enough, even with the enhanced super, bursted away.
From full screen, the super, trying to go for the command grab super when Dawn was committed to a special from full screen, but it was a Dawn special, so Dawn was able to recover in time and was able to punish Kobe for the attempt.
What an interesting situation there at the end. Both players really swinging with really dedicated stuff there, and such good play from Kobe, baiting the counter assault not once but twice, but even after those huge guesses, still Dawn gonna come out on top.
Yeah, he was just waiting for full screen right there, waiting to see like, okay, I'm just waiting to see Dawn press something. It's just so happened that Dawn pressed a very recoverable something, and it was able to punish Kobe in the end. But I kind of like where Kobe's head is at. However, it is very, very risky, right? And that's kind of just how Bang plays. Just a very risky character.
Yeah, Kobe is absolutely a player who believes in the strength of his character. That Bang is the best character in the game. You know, if you ignore Mai and S and all the problematic matchups that we like to complain about. But yeah, I mean, just so confident on this character. You know, really just forcing the issue every time. So much mileage off the bumper, making punishable moves plus. You know, converting off of that excellent stuff. And this is the kind of like the single player game that Kobe is looking for, where the Bang pressure just seems insurmountable.
First round, off to a much better start in game number 2. Picking up another early hit here. Okay, going to the other side. Has Dawn in the corner, burst from Dawn. Poking with that puppet from full screen, and there's the 3 drive normals in a row. 3 drive normals in a row, trying to catch Dawn on that fall down. But Dawn, you know, just staying up in the air for a little too long, playing out of that range, was able to avoid it, but not able to avoid that one as Kobe roots perfectly to go for that side swap and get all 4 seals unlocked.
So explosion there was looking for that, as we saw, you know, like you were saying, whiffed 3 drives in a row, just kind of hoping that that guard point, that explosion would help him out. And again, once Kobe is playing his own game, the Oldhead Slayer comes out, just taking names here against Dawn, looking super, super confident in every one of these rounds.
I think confidence is key. When you're playing a character that has such powerful drive normals, you gotta really be confident that those drive normals are hitting. Or it'll hit eventually, right? You know, if it doesn't work the first time, do it a second time. And Kobe just uses that so excellently, makes the opponent second guess themselves, and is able to take advantage of that. And Kobe is just such a strong player because of that. Right now, we're even up 1-1. I talked about this earlier, that we might just make this a 2-1, but will this be a final game, final round? Will it come down that close?
Ooh, early burst here from Kobe, trying to keep the momentum up, but that is going to lock him out of the very powerful overdrive that Bang has for the rest of the round. So, you know, very, you know, key decision we're seeing there. Kobe wants the momentum, doesn't care about how threatening he can be. He wants to make sure that he is taking the first hit of the match, and is kind of getting punished for it now. Dawn looking very powerful in the corner here, keeping the doll gauge high, the offense good.
Just cleans that up. Mopping Kobe off the floor here as Dawn is going into this next round. Not even needing to spend that OD or burst just yet, saving it here. And Kobe will be doing that back very soon as well, tossing out those nails, catching Dawn on the approach on the ground. And this should be... Oh, no, never mind. We dropped our combo, so we're not going to be unlocking all those seals.
Yeah, and that was, you know, spent a lot of nails on that bumper. We'll get to use it, though. Looked a little dicey. Looked like Dawn may have escaped the corner, but back here, playing around this bumper, Kobe and slowing it down.
Yeah, that's the rule right there. If there's a bumper next to if there's a bumper next to Bang, that Bang player is going to use it, especially if you're Kobe, but wasn't able to use it as Dawn just goes over to the other side of the screen with that bumper. Was kind of irrelevant.
Getting close to final hit situation here against Kobe. Dawn, you know, meter to spend, overdrive available, but not able to convert off of that. I feel like that would have been enough for Kobe if they were able to finish the combo. Dashing forward with Super 1, sneaking in, but can't punish the counter assault. A little bit too fast on the recovery there.
Oh, catches Kobe on the ground. Dawn can't kill with this combo just yet, but there's the sandwich pressure and the cross up low. The burst coming back just in the nick of time. A pixel of life for Kobe, still staying in the game.
Dolstead, but the active frames on the J8 is gonna finish it up for Dawn.
Regular online weeklies now showing their stuff here in the TNS online weekly for Blazblue Centralfiction against all of these killers. Coming out on top is on loose side of top 8, but will their run end here against Hyper, that Izayoi? Do we know that matchup? How many Izayoi players really exist at the level that Hyper plays at?
Ooh, and since SKD retired, not many. Oh, we're out of chains here, which means that Hyper can really push the offense. ShadyPun trying to counter that, using the early overdrive to try and find Hyper overextending on the chainless Hazama.
Odin tries to press a button but gets caught out by Shady. That button recovering too quickly. Hyper not expecting it. Has that install, however, and will be using it to full effect. Catching Shady with that overhead, bring him into the combo, getting the ender. Now what's the next mix-up going to be? It's going to be an overhead. That's what's going to be. Is Shady. This is what I'm talking about. When it comes to that weak defense with Hazama, you only have that 4-frame normal, and then you gotta worry about not having an invincible reversal when you don't have OD available.
Ooh, sneaking past the anti-air, very close there for Hyper, but will walk into the loving arms of the EA.
Quite enough. Oh, but will able to get that sneaky overhead on Hyper at the last minute.
Yeah, Hyper not willing to commit to the DP there. You know, Izayoi's DP goes very vertical, not horizontal, so it can be very scary to try and DP someone when they're already spaced out.
As an overhead, keeping Hyper locked in the corner. A burst attempt, but it's going to get automatically baited out pretty much. I don't think Shady was intentionally trying to bait that one out. That's what I'm talking about when it comes to, like, you got to be so careful. You got to be sure that burst is going to land if you're going to use it.
What a quick throw tech there from ShadyPun. Hungry coil starter. This is 100%.
Not if we drop
Shady!
It. Not
he
if we
was so
drop
dead!
It. Oh, and there's the pressure coming in. The unreactable high-lows. Hyper continues to loop Shady, but these combos don't do much damage, and Hyper knows that, knows he has to play so well against Shady, has to play perfectly, cannot get hit once, teleporting to Shady's location, keeping him locked down as long as possible. A burst from Shady on defense, the DP continue the pressure, Hyper dropping combos purposely to go for those resets, to go for those crossover overheads, and Shady is constantly getting checked out by so many of these small hits. Hyper holding on, playing perfectly, Shady without a strong answer against it.
Had to stay on the ground there to get the chains back, but we're scrambling and finally finds the air throw. Shady almost fumbling at the end zone there. My goodness. Got the best starter. The best starter this character has and wasn't able to kill.
Tournament nerves. But
oh yeah.
Hyper, you notice that, like, at the very end there, the entire control Hyper had over neutral completely disappeared the moment that those stocks ran out. And that's why it's so important to making sure that you have plenty of stocks before you go into install, or be making sure that you're, maybe like if you're the Hazama playing on defense, you want to be making sure that Hyper is starting to really use up all of those stocks, so they have very little they can do, and install has to go back to that regular state.
Oh yeah, I mean, this is such a high variance. You gotta be on the ball all the time. Anti-aired for a grip here, but will get the drop from ShadyPun. What a DP bait there on the 6C, busting through the invincibility, getting a huge start. ShadyPun, man, these drops have been really, really tough on their game plan.
You get knifed through the heart. It hurts me to see them. But Shady right now, I don't think has to worry about too many drops at the moment. You know, I want to hold my tongue because we saw what last round. But Shady is making sure that doesn't happen again.
Yeah, I mean, that's, Shady's making up with for it. You know, the combos are not there, but Shady's just making right decisions. You know, even if there's a scramble situation afterwards, Shady's making...
Counter hit Shady trying to take back their turn after that OD.
Plenty of stocks here. Yeah, needs one more hit, but easy to get it with that unreactable high-low mix. Hyper gonna take that round.
Man, it's so tricky trying to roll out against that overhead as well because it just reaches on both sides for Izayoi, and Hyper is using that to full effect. But another thing too that you gotta keep in mind is that that mix is kind of interactable as well. It may be unreactable, but if you're confident enough, you can start to press those buttons to interrupt Hyper if he constantly tries to reset you into those multiple overhead strings.
Ooh, again, those resets like you were talking about. Hyper just keeping the pressure up, knowing that, you know, ShadyPun doesn't really have an invincible call out those, has to be really committed to the mash.
Using those chains to fly around the screen and using that dive kick as well. Good burst there, doesn't want to get caught into the Hotenjin.
Yeah, pretty funny there. That burst only worked because ShadyPun was trying to hit confirm the Hotenjin. If they were dialing that, that would have connected for sure.
To the other side you go. Hyper in the corner. Blue B combo, but we take those regardless. Tries to dive to once again. Oh, we have plenty of meter here. I don't know if it's the best third though, so it's not going to kill, but instead we're just going to go for that simple reset that Hyper has been consistently using all the way throughout this entire set, and will be what secures Hyper that game.
Yeah, ShadyPun swinging at the end there, getting counter hit on the safe jump. I can't imagine what the call out was there. ShadyPun may be expecting empty low, empty throw, and choosing an option that beats that. But, I mean, again, Hazama, no invincible option. That jumping C is pretty free. And gonna get the button, get that win for Hyper.
That's a lot of matchups basically where the last thing Shady wants to do is be on defense because we've got to start expending those resources, and that's something that Shady is not really wanting to do, especially when it comes to how much damage Shady can get off of these neutral interactions when he does choose to spend a meter. And there's the OD into EA. Very early active flow being activated here.
Ooh, that backdash, so invincible, able to get out of that really tough situation.
Also like that Shady is starting to represent more of those projectile invincible follow-ups as well from the chains, for example. That's really, really key to making sure that you don't block or get hit by those projectiles that Hyper is throwing out.
Oh, the drones are here. 44th President of America, let's go. The pressure unbeatable. Check this out, Hyper really converting off of it.
Cross up. Shady in the air gets caught out.
Oh, out of chains there, couldn't make a follow-up, but ShadyPun scrambling for their life, able to tech the throw.
Okay, Shady doing some damage to Hyper. Will be getting super back as well. Do you want to pop super yet? No, we do not. Waiting for this next interaction here in the DP.
Oh my gosh! The invul through denying the RC off of that hit. My goodness. What a call out there from Shady.
And then using the Hotenjin as well so we can get a combo afterwards, and also being a very fast move as well. Very, very well played.
Pick up here. Hyper, you know, oh, what a call. And all called out once again, ShadyPun denying the air dash with the 5A.
Great block from Hyper on that cross-up as well. I was certainly not ready to block that one, but Hyper was, but not going to be ready to really avoid this situation that Shady has thrown Hyper into. Quite literally with those chains of Shady on set point. Very close to winning this round here. One more combo is all we need. We'll be back on the table. An OD from Hyper on defense. Finds it, hit with the JC. Catches Shady into this combo of his own. Engineer to his name. What's it going to be?
No, does it connect? Teleport behind. You gotta finish this here, Hyper, and able to do it. Very even on the overdrive here as we get into final game, final round.
Action.
6-8.
That? Oh, here we go. ShadyPun super advantage here. Big Lively tacking on the damage. Quarter position established. The charge stance.
God. Oh, that's... Oh, man. I'm
the
going
burst?
here. 9 up.
We're safe.
Hyper safe. Oh, and tries to air dash out. But Shady, taking full advantage of that drop, is able to win over Hyper with...
Where you saw the bait into Crush Trigger. That was super good. But, oh my gosh, you've had enough of the salty Deadward podcast, I'm sure. We're finally getting into it. Mastfam on the 9. The grappler player abandoning Taker here for top 8.
Action.
Yeah, he always has that 9 pocket ready. In case he is playing against a matchup he does not want to fight against. And that one is the Carl matchup. And you can see why 9 is actually kind of potent against Carl in a lot of these situations, because you need pressure call from full screen, whether it's with those God presses, whether it's with the Kunza Knights, or whether it's with your giant normals you have on hand.
Not able to roll behind there, meaning that the sandwich pressure is not gotten, but what a check there on the roll. That unique Carl movement. Mastfam challenging that perfectly.
Already the cracks are showing in Mastfam's 9 gameplay, showing that Mastfam is maybe not as solid with this character as he would be with Taker. Lots of drops so far, and even a burst bait from xcal coming out, and that's going to be hurting quite a bit. Not going to be enough to kill. Mas still has some resources on hand, actually has a stock on hand as well, so does have access to TP.
Ooh, Mastfam though putting in work against, once again, the 4th champion of TNS Blazblue Centralfiction. Mastfam trying to show that 9's got that, you know, that chef gusto in him. Anyone can cook.
Anyone could cook, but you certainly need to put the work into it. And Mastfam is starting to put some more work into this matchup, and he's approaching it with xcal, popping that DP, giving some buffs to those wind spells, and backing up as well. Being a little bit unpredictable with his teleportations as well. Doesn't want to get called out by xcal by a fireball or by the nails. And just going to projectile, but yeah.
Yeah, really, we've seen that a lot from Mastfam. These projectiles. But even then, you know, xcaliburbladez is so plus after that projectile comes out, still able to counter poke the 4A there.
The rain, they're just going to lock xcal down, but Mastfam really struggling to open up xcal, and actually hasn't really been getting too many Kunza Knights. Not structuring pressure the way 9 should be. Kunza Knight, one of the main mix-up tools that 9 has available to it. Instead, we're popping a lot of spells like Skull, or popping our super like this, and that's going to get OD through, and even trying to EA through it. But Mastfam just recovered in the nick of time.
Yeah, it was unfortunate that it was so active that xcaliburbladez wasn't able to pull in through it. And I think that the doll actually lets you RC that no matter what. So Mastfam was always going to be safe there. Oh, let's go.
Yeah, I feel like the 9 might need a little bit more time in the oven. Instead, we're just switching back to the Taker, switching back to the character that works. Now, folks, we got our main event on the table. Mastfam's Taker versus Excalibur's Carl. Mastfam already down a point, so starting this one off with a disadvantage. Has to play this matchup differently as you would at 9, so has to relearn a little bit along the way, but we'll see how Mastfam adapts and how quickly he adapts, because you have very limited time remaining.
Oh yeah, and I love this from Mastfam saying, you know, if I'm going to get eliminated from this tournament, knocked out of loop, I'm going to do it on my main character. I will deal with the matchup. Let's get it.
Activating the doll, just swapping, taking turns. And that's one of the dangerous things about the doll too. You try to burst it, but Carl is out of range and the doll is in that range. And so you maybe cancel a doll, but you're not canceling that Carl coming in for support. And xcal working on a perfect right now, but gets throw countered by that YOLO super from Mastfam in the corner, dealing of xcal's health bar. There's the air throw as well as xcal tries to jump up into the air to escape the ground throw, and that's not enough to kill the gadget finger, the RC, and that's going to be enough right there.
Yes,
He's going for another one.
Do you see it, folks? The heart is on the sleeve of this grappler player.
The vision is here. Do y'all see the vision? Do y'all believe in Mastfam now? I certainly have more hope.
Former champion xcaliburbladez seems to win every single net play tournament that comes up, but Mastfam does not care. What is a god to a non-believer as we eat this EA? Big health bar. Mastfam can take it.
The flow as well has to deal with the super from the doll.
xcaliburbladez magnetized though.
Oh, great counter there. Punishing xcal for the cross up. And there's the 5D to apply that magnetism. This means that xcal has to be very patient from full screen like that as Mastfam sucks Excalibur in for that throw, gadget finger, and there is
we're
the
going
timer.
for the timeout.
Damn. You're going to see at some point, folks, and Mastfam ending it early, does not want to drop this. Wants to take this round,
better not.
drops his combo.
You're gonna break my heart, Mastfam, or you're gonna take the game.
Oh, and xcal activating the doll super, and Mastfam taking advantage of that, going for the sledge to interrupt it. And that's going to be the game going to Mastfam. Mastfam playing with our hearts. I like the idea, you know, disrespect them for a little bit, switch over to the actual combo, but we just dropped it midway through.
Yeah, you know, xcaliburbladez may be the champion of netplay, the champion of the former TNS netplay tournament, but Mastfam is the champion of CEO. The battle of champions here. The matchup is so bad.
Mastfam is looking xcal right in the eyes like, hey, you ever won a major? I don't see you online. Why don't you throw hands offline?
Mastfam is staring xcaliburbladez in the eye and asking him to blink. This is crazy. Another Tager Buster. A second Tager Buster.
He's giving him the Shao Hai. Are you nervous? Are you nervous? Because you better be nervous as Mastfam is on set point, coming from the depths of defeat. Oh, like the brink of defeat. And now is bringing it all the way back against xcal, but xcal is certainly not going down without a fight. Definitely wants to make sure that he does not take this laying down. Doing a lot of damage to Mastfam, working on a perfect, and I think this perfect might be a reality. Yeah, blockable loops as well. This might be, yeah, this is definitely going to be dead as we reset Mastfam one more time with a perfect. xcal brings us to final game. Final round. Do you believe in the Mastfam? Do you believe in the xcal? Are we still cooking? Tries to go for that early magnetism, but I love how xcal played patient with that jump back on round start to avoid that instant magnetism.
Mastfam didn't even believe in Mastfam picking the 9, not relying on the Tager. Now revitalized in the corner, gonna have to eat another unblockable potentially. Doll gauge getting low. This is Mastfam's chance. Trying to armor through, but going the wrong direction. At least Doll is dead. Just has to deal with the base Carl pressure for a little bit. The low health curse will be hurting here. Able to that setup salty, my goodness.
Dude, he is disrespecting xcal right now, being as crazy as possible. Can xcal close it out here? Bending the super. I think this will be enough. Mastfam locked out of his burst, and that will be the game going to xcal. But man, Mastfam gave xcal a run for his money. 2-0, but man, sorry, not 2-0, 2-1. Taken down. Gods has taken out kings like Monarch. We'll see if Playguy can do the same here as we get right into this next set between Playguy and ShadyPun to decide who moves for Ragna versus Hazama. And I was talking about this a little bit earlier where it comes to how is Shady going to approach this matchup, because I know how Playguy is going to approach it.
Oh yeah, well Shady has had a pretty consistent play style this whole run, really going with the big reads, the huge player predictions. Seems like a very all-in sort of player, and Playguy the exact opposite. Playguy is someone who seems to fold all the time, just making sure that this is the lowest risk option possible. Nice EA punish, can't really get anything better than that. Making sure that Playguy can't throw out these dead spikes for free.
And this is what I'm talking about when it comes to how Playguy approaches this matchup. He wants to meet Shady up in the air with these barriers, notices when Shady wants to approach, and then goes for the JAs to wall him. Now, this is the Ragna game plan against Hazama, and Playguy is already representing this very effectively.
Early throw tech there from ShadyPun, kind of reading the meaty throw there. Now, huge life lead for Playguy. ShadyPun unlikely to overdrive or burst here. Gonna probably, kind of take the round lying down, but really good defensive options here. The second anti-air was blocked, but the second working.
Gonna send Playguy into the corner, popping him up, popping him down, hitting the floorboards. What's the next mix-up gonna be? It's gonna be a command grab. TRM. This one's gonna hurt. 2.5k. Bring Playguy down to his level as Shady finds another throw on Playguy. No, we don't have the resources, and we don't have the consistency in our combos to make sure that doesn't drop.
Like we were talking about ShadyPun's big player reads, going for the reset there at the end, but the fact that Playguy didn't fall for it meant that they were able to do that delay tech, get the 5B and threaten with that and finish off that round.
Another OD attempt on a potential dead spike. This will be giving Shady the advantage over Playguy. Staying high, drops the combo though, drops the ender, and Playguy is able to get out for free because we're not hard knockdown. Woohoo! Roll out.
Big punish off this roll catch. Gonna make sure ShadyPun remembers that the next time they're waking up. Those rolls are not gonna get away for free.
OD activation to wall Shady out of that burst. Should have bursted earlier, he says, as he pops the Carnage Scissors to close off that round. OD also buffing the damage from the Carnage Scissors as well, so that's going to be a clear victory for Playguy, as 1 point is on the board over Shady.
Man, things going as about we expected. ShadyPun did get that good read, but wasn't able to convert it all the way into a round. This has been very Playguy centric so far. We'll see. Once again, ShadyPun, the people's champion. See how the adaptations come out in this next game against Playguy. But I feel like the player matchup may just not be good here. Playguy, I think, kind of just feeds off of the decisions that ShadyPun wants to make here and can counter them pretty convincingly.
I would say so too. But we'll see how that changes in this next game of the set. Playing out the intros as well, because of course you got to. Both players playing with the same colors as well, matching each other's style. Let's see if we're matching each other's energy as well, as Shady goes up for that run up barrier, and Playguy playing exactly how he did before. Jump up barrier, meeting Shady in the air, waiting for Shady to approach so he can wall him out with JAs.
Single hit confirm into the open. Very nice damage off of this, well as the active flow because of the EA ender. Oh, the big check.
The 2-8 counter here? Yeah, great check. Almost a pretty far range as well. I thought it was going to drop for a second. But Play Guy is not dropping those combos, not dropping this pressure until Shady goes for that guard thrust to get him off of him.
Greedy 6C trying to bait the DPRC there. Will eventually get it out of Play Guy, losing the meter but keeping the offense. Huge 6D starter there. Could have gotten more if the situation was recognized, but regardless, keeping the pressure up. And now no overdrive will be there, no burst in this final round for ShadyPun.
That was a really tough situation at the end there, popping the OD, getting cut out by the JC, couldn't have anything to do, couldn't do anything after we got hit by that one. And Play Guy is on top of it, looking to take this round here and now end it early, not denying Shady a potential round win.
Well here, even with 0 chains.
One chain, spending another chain here, waiting for it to recharge. There's the throw coming in. Chicken Blocks is going to deal with this mix that Shady is representing, but I think Shady is going to take a round to make sure that Play Guy doesn't get a clean victory. Potential rooting. That's going to be dead.
Very good as well for the resource game here for ShadyPun at the start of that round. You know, 0-10 on the overdrive. Now getting up to a clean 5.5 here, and may need that burst or overdrive as Play Guy draws first blood, pushing Shady towards the corner here, catching the backdash, but no confirm.
No challenge for Shady. It's with the low, that's where the string ends. Back to playing patient neutral.
This is where Play Guy thrives. You know, ShadyPun now out of chains. It is Play Guy's, that's the green light for Play Guy. We are go, 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 keep the pressure up. ShadyPun cannot retreat, cannot jump and just chain around.
Bring down to the ground here. And there's the 2As coming in, the stagger pressure. Barrier going to be pushing out Play Guy a considerable amount, but now Shady has no more barrier available. Danger time, meaning Play Guy is going to be getting a really strong hit if he does find a hit very soon.
Oh, what a dash
under.
The corner escape from Play Guy was so good there. The jump forward, getting through. Astral is optimal here. No shade. No shade. That was the way you kill, and I think we got the quit out here from Shady. See in the player tag coming up exactly what Killakobe thinks about Carl players, as he now has to play one.
I didn't actually read it for a second there.
Oh,
I'll have to catch it on the next time around.
Yeah. It'll be just try and imagine.
I can probably imagine. I know Icecool did the same thing, you know. Kobe and Icecool
points on the side of Kobe here. The betters in the audience say that Killakobe takes this.
You know, they're saying the same thing about Shady. Sorry, no disrespect there. Right now, but you know, it really is just all about rooting for that underdog, right? Play Guy just was the top dog there, and right now xcal is the top dog, and I think Kobe has a chance here. Working on a perfect.
Kobe's the alpha dog, the walk.
2As, the guard thrust from xcal. Get off of me. Where do you think you're going?
Even off of that, getting that chip damage on the doll with the nails here, but only so many more to spend. 3 out of 12 available. Kobe's like, you have to approach me, bro. I have the life lead.
It does not want to go into those bumpers at all, and xcal will get caught out. Yeah, we saw that. We saw Kobe looking for that, going for those parries, those armor frames, and getting that parry right there being popped off. xcal had to block it, meaning that they also had to block the sequence afterwards as well, but instead was pressing buttons and got cut out again.
For the delayed low there, expecting xcaliburbladez to block high on the safe jump. And again, Kobe looking fantastic. Second command grab of the set. I like the overdrive. I think xcaliburbladez was reading the third command grab. Thought that Kobe was feeling himself there.
Those nails just still on the screen, going for the delayed explosion. xcal not paying attention and gets caught out. And that's what makes nails so potent. There's so many different things that nails can become, and you have to be always keeping in mind where they are on the screen at all times. They're very fast. They control so much of the screen. And if they're the explosion ones like that, I mean, we've seen how much mileage Kobe can get off of them, whether it's in the xcal matchup or whether it's in previous matchups that he played. I mean, we saw his matchup versus versus, wasn't it Lake? Hold on, we gotta look back a minute.
We gotta go back in the time capsule. But that was so fast from Kobe game 1. Putting in work here against xcaliburbladez. Oh, quick salty, look, the player tag.
My Coco Carl equals carry. Okay. Kind of spitting right there. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh my god. The hater comes out.
The wheel of fate
You
is
know,
turning.
he says no lie. He says no lie. Just going from the walk up the stall, trying to snatch Kobe right there, but Kobe instantly going for the OD to get access to that movement, trying to get away, but falls right back into xcal's loving arms, knocked down to the ground in this combo. Overhead finding its mark, and that's going to be even more damage on top of the one that he already took before. What's it going to be now? Tries to get out of that situation, but once again, xcal has this download on Kobe.
Yeah, kind of laying the bait there, but Kobe's saying, I'll do it again, killing the doll in the process. One sealed open again. Can't fall back on the doll, but what a check there from xcaliburbladez, the 5A to beat the jump out. Gotta deal with the projectile. Blow him up, still plus.
Oh, he's popping OD of his own. Get the full cinematic as well, and able to get the punish. This is going to be a lot of damage. We're going to be getting all 4 seals unlocked. We have enough here for the super. We're not going to be sending it just yet. Instead, we're going to go for the reset into the umbrella to keep xcal locked down for one more combo. And Kobe is going to take that win here.
Magic pixel there at the end. What a sequence from Kobe. And I also feel like that was a make or break round for xcaliburbladez. Finally got the offense going after 2 really tough rounds against Kobe, and still was not able to be a closer. Kobe's taking that round out from under him.
Block on the overhead this time around. Great block, great tech on that throw as well. And the parry is going to be leading to a great amount of reward for Kobe, but not if we drop it.
Ooh, blown up by the projectile. Good life lead right now for xcaliburbladez. Hero burst right now for Kobe. I struggle to endorse that. But Kobe's an adult, he can make his own decisions. But now going into this set point with no overdrive, no burst.
Oh, trying to go for a throw again, and this is going to be basically Kobe's downfall. We're trying to go too fast, and xcal doesn't need to go that fast.
We go. xcaliburbladez put on the back foot for so long, but after that round, after that burst from Kobe, now seems to have everything going his way. Overdrive available with the 50-meter. Will the minimum damage super be enough?
Final very soon. Oh, the burst from Kobe just at the last minute, getting it back, spending the meter to get xcal off him. Has a lot of help to work through, has his whole life ahead of him, but it's going to be ending very shortly as xcal takes away that final breath and brings us to our final game here as we're now evened up 1-1. Can Kobe take it? Chat wants to believe that's going to be reality.
Yeah, I mean, this is, in these kind of volatile anime games, it comes down to who is a closer. And we have seen so far that neither of these players have been able to close. xcaliburbladez fumbling that final first round against Kobe, and then Kobe just returning the favor, letting xcaliburbladez run that offense, get that burst out of him very easily with a huge life lead for xcaliburbladez. So it really comes down to this final game. Can Kobe go back to game 1 Kobe, get the dominance going once again? Or will xcaliburbladez stay consistent?
Oh, big hit for Kobe here. And that's going to be a burst from xcal. Knows how much that's going to hurt. Doesn't want to get put into that situation. might get put into that situation very soon. Doll has to come to support xcal at some point. I think we'll be doing exactly that in this combo. Pulling up the Doll teleport, bringing it right next to him, pushing Kobe into the corner after this combo. He's going for the very safe jump forward barrier to prevent any type of reversal from Kobe coming out.
I also like that mash there because Bang Overdrive is so powerful that getting hit with DA is like, okay. Like, I took 2,000 damage, but at least I'm not dealing with Bang Overdrive. But Doll's dead here. Kobe able to get the mix-up to stick here, going overhead off the bumper.
Still has a bumper right next to Carl if you can get back in to use it. And we're seeing the Doll super come out to try and lock Kobe down or lock down this screen. And Kobe's like, okay, you know what? I don't have to go next to it. I don't have to approach if I don't want to. Finds an overhead hit, dropping a lot of combos. I think we're getting a bit of lag as well, but Kobe cleaning up in the end.
Yeah, that looks like kind of a confusing super for xcaliburbladez, but I think you just, you have 100 meter, spend the 50 to make sure you get out of the corner no matter what. Make sure you can get back to center screen. Yeah, you have to use a resource to do it, but it's much better than, just having to hold that pressure against Bang, who really out-mobilities you.
Because it basically just brought you back to neutral, and by spending that 50 meter, you can potentially get 50 meter back later in the match to use, or even 25 meter to use, like for a guard cancel, to get out of a very scary block string situation.
What a whiff punish there from Kobe, taking to the corner here. Oh, big drop though.
Very scrambly right now, and Kobe knows he's one round away. And xcal really wants to stay alive, but I don't think that's going to happen. Kobe has meter to his name, has enough for a super, gets one more seal just because. And I think this one's going to be it. Holding my breath. Is the minimum damage enough? Yes, it is. 3.4k distortion finish for Kobe as the chat rallies behind him. Kobe taking it over xcal and eliminating him from the bracket. Should have stayed in winners, old man.
First of 3 match coming up. Icecool versus Dawn. Been a while since we've seen these two play. Feels so long ago we were on the winner's side of bracket.
Do you see Icecool's title card?
I don't even want to know what these Blazblue players say about each other, about their characters.
I think we're using a little more crew language from the last tournament. We're sprinkling a little bit of that in. But anyways, Dawn versus Icecool. Winners finals hopping back up to that winners aside, and we've definitely seen this Relius matchup versus Susanoo before, but I don't know if we've seen that Icecool Dawn matchup before. What's really interesting about that burst too is actually that burst came out the instant Dawn popped OD, trying to lock out that burst, but instead Icecool was able to get it out in front of us.
Very fortunate there. Doll pretty low right now. Dawn luckily able to get the unsummon before Icecool was able to contest it.
Low DP unlocked, Brown Viper unlocked. I think we're going to be unlocking Spin after this combo. Yeah, there we go. Spin is unlocked. So we're going to be having some very high damage combos. The F Shigi coming in, catching Dawn with that second overhead, and now bringing him down to the ground with the Spin. Doing a lot of damage, 2.9k. Could have been more. I think that was a slight drop, I think. But a 6B anti-air on Dawn. Dawn trying to stay stationed in the air, send the doll down, but he forgets he's in range of that giant button.
Yeah, covering too much space here. Susanoo now has to deal with the full stick of butter on the doll. Good contest, but Dawn able to punish the poke on the doll there, able to get that easy unsummon, and now the activation. Check it out here.
The doll covering Relius right there. Now the doll is this pressure going. Dawn calling it back so that we can recover that meter. Now the meter is back, so the doll will be ready for the end of this combo.
Excellent. Yeah, high-low off air dash connecting Dawn. Make this competitive around a piece. One more mix, and this is brutal, catching the roll out. Icecool trying to avoid the situation.
Finds the overhead hit. Great starter. Oh, we're going to see another huge comeback. We will see. lots of damage on the table, unlocking a lot more of the specials, including a God Press. I think we're going to be getting a little cheeky when it comes to these combo resets. Ooh, up from far away, not trying to prevent Dawn from pressuring from far away with the doll, but instead that's going to be a trade. Call that the Louisiana purchase for Dawn because of that one Dawn the round.
Man, yeah, the rapid cancel kind of on the block there, making it so Icecool wasn't as plus as they hoped they were. Oh, big fatal starter here, pushed to the corner. The momentum is going the side of Icecool. Getting the burst out of Dawn is going to be really important for closing out this game.
We're seeing this doll neutral here, tossing out these big buttons, keeping Icecool from approaching safely. We've been seeing Icecool pop out the 5Bs or the 6Bs from far away, and that will connect this time around. JA overhead into the OD, lock out any attempt to escape into the super. And what I really like about this super too is that this super scales with how many specials you unlock, but because we're in OD, we automatically unlock all the specials, so it does the maximum amount of damage it can.
Yeah, very nice. And so much damage off an F Shiki as well, right? Like a mix-up that you can't react to, you have to guess. Getting that much damage off of it is so excellent. Even if, as it is, a full resource dump, you know, spending overdrive and 50 to get that much damage.
All right, going for a switch in music as we get into this next round. Oh, you can see it right there. Using a little bit more choice language, making his opinion a little more well known to the people in the back.
The wheel of fate is turning.
But anyways, this is not Carl. This is Carl's father. Gotta be talking to the man that raised him. Good pickup from Dawn. That's going to be a lot of damage on Icecool actually. Shot from far away, yet to unlock any special moves, so it doesn't have anything for defense just yet. Alright, taking him to the other side of the screen with the Ground Viper, and also going to be unlocking some more stuff while we're at it. Leveling up some as well. There's spin. What's it going to be now? Whoa! Whoa! What a play.
Counter hit, anti-air, 6B, brutal.
Just keeps on happening. Dawn keeps letting it happen to him. Maybe he has to adjust how high he's jumping up in the air, because a lot of times he's jumping from a very standard height and tossing the doll down, but he keeps on forgetting that he's in that 6B range, so he might have to back up a bit or go a little bit higher. But that also comes with his deficits, right? You don't want to be unactionable when you come down to the ground and get 6 speed anyways. So there's a lot you have to think about.
Icecool tacking on so much damage there, but luckily Dawn able to scramble out not once but twice on.
Astral on deck for Icecool. I don't think we're gonna be seeing it yet. I don't think we're gonna be seeing it at all. But still is something you got to think about. Dawn hitting him with that super, opening up with the mix-up. It's going to be that much damage, but it does give potential for a new mix-up with that doll super. But because we're hit OTG, that does mean that Icecool got a way out. Will this be enough to kill? However, that's a lot of scaling I see on this combo. Rebeat as well. OD pop Icecool, but not finding the hit against Dawn. I think Dawn is going to close out this round, evening things up in game number 2.
And Icecool giving up overdrive for that. I also want to point out how Icecool stayed on the ground against the second doll super, so he was able to up tech and kind of escape the situation. Really good awareness there from Icecool.
Combo from Dawn, our knockdown, the mix up with the air dash overheads, and Icecool doing a good job of blocking all of this. There's the throw. I think, oh my god, Dawn is building up such a huge lead here. Icecool with a lot of meter. He's going to have plenty to use after this combo. Still no seals unlocked, and tries to pop OD as a final form of attack. Unfortunately, that's not going to end up working out. Dawn finding that final pickup against Icecool. And now we have an even score on our hands, 1-1. Remember, this is a first of 3 because it is winners finals.
Yeah, we're gonna get that additional time to adapt to our playstyles here.
Please select
And
your character.
man, I gotta say that Don was looking excellent on the offense there. And I also like the way that Don will just eventually be like, all right, you know, I've been doing so well. I've got all that meter because of it. And I'm just going to force the issue. I'm going to duo BIOS over and over again
Rebel
until
1.
I win.
Action.
And you know what? If it works, it works. And that is just really good, solid gameplay. But right now, yeah, Icecool is doing a really good job at... Oh my god, it happened again.
Oh boy. Ooh! Huge counter poke though for Icecool. And great conversion off of it as well with the Sonic spin. Susanoo players' routing can be so impressive sometimes.
Play the judgment for the juggles in the corner.
Yeah, also the routing just to get the unlocks that they're looking for. Icecool getting 2 of the strongest off of that in the DP and, like you were saying, the Blade of Judgment. Able to control the space much better now, and if they ever lose neutral, Icecool can rely on that DP to make situations to get out. Full screen super looking like justice. Icecool taking that round.
That was so interesting too. Remember how I was talking about Don probably needing to jump higher to send the doll down? He did do that time, actually. I think double jump height. And what Icecool did was he met him up in the air. That was so interesting. Icecool did such a great job actually just stopping the doll in his tracks. And I think that's way more important, if anything. Like, you can probably trade a bit of health to just eliminate doll from the matchup.
Latex getting caught here, but yeah, like you're saying, eliminating doll so important. And look at the situation. He's just gonna get that regen back really quick here. Don, such good doll usage. So even when Icecool is focusing on it, it can be hard to get a situation where you can make doll die.
Yeah, had to unlock a special, so that does mean that he ended his turn, but Icecool able to catch Don on the escape for that air dash. Excellent play. And I think we're going to be avoiding this duo spots. No?
Oh no! And got crossed up into it as well.
At first, I don't know if Icecool will suspend it because this combo won't be enough to kill, and tries to go for the yellow super, but Don jumping up to try and bait it out automatically, and Icecool not paying attention to that situation gets eaten out as Don goes for that whip punish. Throw counter up in the air. Icecool sent down to the ground.
Yeah, really good maneuvering there by Don. Was kind of out of options with the double jump in the air, but still able to find that. Icecool making sure that the doll could not punish there, using the EA for the invul. Getting the punish on that whiff.
Ooh, okay. Yeah, we're seeing how Icecool is constantly having a response for Don in the air. This time it was that anti-air hoping to catch Don on the drop down. Didn't end up working out the way that Icecool wanted to happen, but great job at just popping these balls in his tracks.
Puts the doll behind Icecool, and immediately the green light, go, 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 go. Air dash in from Icecool, able to punish Don. And now the air throw, has to beat the burst, we'll take it.
The guard thrust runs up, throws, gets teched by Don saying, no, no, no. I'm not going to let that happen that easily. Icecool look fishing for that final hit. Wants to get this lead here. DP. And that's going to be it. Icecool 2-1 over Don, but still needs to win one more game here in this winners finals.
Yeah, I could kind of feel how Don was trying to escape to the air there. Had the read from the longer set, going for the DP to kind of punish that movement there. Finding a big game, a big win here. Going up 2-1 against Don, has that extra game of cushion, but wants to take it right here.
I think it is a very real possibility, but we will wait and see. Icecool 2-1 over Don. This is winners finals. you win here. I mean, you punch a ticket into guaranteed second place. And that'd be a massive, massive lead for Icecool, especially when he's just playing so dominant. Certainly one of, if not the strongest player currently in the bracket that is still alive.
What a whiff punish!
What a combo as well. God Press is active. Are we going to see it? No, we won't even have to see it because the overhead connects with Dawn immediately after an Icecool. It's just building up the momentum. If he isn't already snowballing with these specials, he's snowballing in he's snowballing in this set as well. I mean, the leads he is building up, the absolute dominance he has over Dawn in this final game is absolutely insane.
Yeah, Icecool looks like a runaway train that came dangerous and unstoppable. Now keeping the corner positioning, trying to make it so Dawn can't escape easily. Wait, look at that conversion!
And it just keeps on going. What an anti-air to start things off. I love that we're going for those anti-airs as well because it hits from both sides, meaning that we don't have to worry about that cross-up that Dawn loves to use.
Into the ground here, keeping the pressure low on Doll Gauge, so has to give up the offense, giving Icecool the opportunity to swing with the DP. Final hit here for Dawn on that winner's side. He's got to really focus up here. 2 interactions away, but the Sonic Spin to the ground will take it for Icecool, punching that ticket now for winner's side of Grand Finals.
That was...
You can see
I'm not sure exactly what that means, but you know, maybe he's playing on the Xbox 360 controller this time around. Doesn't want his fingers to actually press the triggers. You know,
there's
like
a
lot
circle
you can really break
around
down
the world. Mr.
Exactly,
Worldwide.
The X Factor. Got that comeback in him. All right, Play Guy versus Kobe. Ragna versus Bang. This is loser semifinals. Back in first to 2 land. Rebel 1 action.
Yeah. Oh, that double jump working out for Play Guy. The button coming out fast enough after the knee. Here, and Kobe actually winning the button war with that air dash out. Play Guy looked so ready for it, but Kobe now with the TRM full throw. Play Guy taking a little bit too early there.
Racking up that damage, also racking up those seals. All 4 seals are unlocked for Kobe.
With the patience, they're waiting for Play Guy to approach the bumper. Knows that that's where he's strong.
The bumper 2 occurs, but doesn't end up working out, causing Kobe to spend that burst to get out of that combo. And now Play Guy does have a free combo on his hands, as Kobe won't be able to burst this one. Into the ground, not spending RC to extend it. Instead, what an option!
Yeah, again, that super only available while Bang has every seal unlocked. But also, Play Guy had the option of Invincible with the air DP. Ragna's DP is air okay, but in the clutch, it can be so hard to do.
I think he might have recognized that as like the ground sweeper, because Kobe has represented the ground sweeper so much in defensive scenarios that maybe he was expecting that and didn't really recognize the startup of the grab until it's too late.
Look at the time, but the DP in the clutch there from Play Guy. So reliable.
We're going the distance with this one, aren't we? Play Guy so far, trading some small hits. All right, we got a combo here. That was a counter hit. Easy confirm.
Position, tacking on the damage and spending the 25 for the finals. Once again at 4 seals here.
Out 5B attempt, but gets hit by the guard frames.
Wow! Able to jump out of that and immediately back down with the seals. Kobe with such a hard read there. Oh, good IB, made sure that wasn't plus, allowing for the challenge by Kobe.
Will connect on Play Guy, catch him low. watch those feet, but what's the next mix-up going to be? It could be your head this time around. 4 seals unlocked, the umbrella active as well, but Play Guy challenging it.
The amount of DPs coming out from Play Guy has been unreal. Oh my, Blood Scythe, the dodge, the drive follow-up? That was crazy. And look at the position it puts Play Guy in now. Huge damage and corner secured. Meter to spend. How is Kobe going to deal with it? With an overdrive. You want to keep this Bang in block stun as long as you possibly can. Bang overdrive is so scary. Going in now, the mix-up catch high.
Backing up as well. Recognizing the Play Guy Mako for an anti-air like a 6A. And Kobe just playing around all of these normals that Play Guy is throwing out, but Play Guy is the one that wins in the end, it seems. OD into Carnage, Scissors, as we take a final round there. And man, all of these rounds are just going the distance. We are going past the midway points. I mean, 41 seconds there, 12 seconds for the other one.
Yeah.
I mean, these players are just so evenly matched, and that's what I was saying before, where, you know, even if Kobe looked like he had the advantage starting things off, you never know who's going to come out on top.
Shishigami.
So close, my goodness. And Play Guy has been going crazy with the DPs, even without the 50 meter to make them safe. And I think it's really making Kobe second guess himself. But also, the second Kobe gets a read correct on these DPs, the punishment is going to be huge for Play Guy. Ragna's a low health character.
Normal, that's Play Guy's invitation to just rush right in. Side GP for the very simple combo. There's the counter hit pickup as Play Guy goes for the corner carry combo. And Kobe to back up against the wall, keep him from moving around. That's what you want. You want to keep Kobe down and locked down. He's like a fly, right?
Yeah.
You have to swat him out of the air or keep him locked down.
Okay, DP there, but Play Guy with the 50 meter to make it safe. Kobe has to start baiting those even more to first get rid of the meter and then get the big punishment.
A big punishment. We're going to get all 4 seals unlocked. That's number 3, and that's number 4.
Oh, jumps into the umbrella, and great super there, making sure there was no burst opportunity, no chance for Play Guy. Try and get back into it.
Yeah, great super choice. And also, it's just a great super in general, just to make sure that that combo wasn't going to drop.
Yeah, especially with how much the umbrella can scale things, making sure that you have the minimum damage from the super to make sure it kills.
The guy chasing Kobe out of the corner. Kobe is up around right now in game number 2. I think he might be going for another one. Play Guy continues to. Ooh, hold on.
The stall out, falling JC will get the burst out of Kobe. I think Play Guy's fine with that, does not have to deal with the overdrive this round, but has to boss up here or Kobe's gonna take this game.
Trying to play defense, but gets opened up with the overhead yet again. Keeps on working for Kobe. 50 meter, RC. The second hit's coming in, doesn't do the second hit that time around. That allows Play Guy to reset the pressure. And so many pressure resets back and forth, no calls from Kobe just yet, playing as patient as possible. Doesn't want to afford getting hit by a single one of these special moves. And there is that guard point. Oh my gosh, we just ran up and did that, huh?
Man, a game apiece between these two. And what good blocks there by Kobe at the end, weathering the entire storm, all the 60s, all the stagger pressure the whole time.
Please select your character. Ragna, the Bloodedge.
Now we're at the final game of this set. We're not pulling any punches. Y'all have $200 in the match arena to fight for. Is it top 3 payout, I believe, right? So,
yeah, we're in top 3 payout right now. If an additional $100 gets added to the match arena, there will be top 4 payout. But yeah, like you're saying right now, money is on the line here. This is the difference between going home with a little bit of money in your PayPal account in the morning and going home to Monday.
You win this one, you know, you're fighting for that $20 bill.
Yeah.
Fighting for that,
Hey, that's better than most Blazblue locals.
Hey, for sure, you know, that's better than first place at a lot of those locals. Right now.
Ooh, big tech there. Play guy off to the races now.
Yeah, we're definitely off to the races. This is going to run down the active flow timer for Kobe as well, so we're not going to gain the full advantage of getting that burst back fast.
Out the pressure here. Kobe's barrier hurting a little bit as well here. You know, from all the stagger pressures that he's forced to block, is going to have to spend a little of that resource.
A point, all right.
Great little counterplay to getting jailed there, making sure the play guy's not super plus. When Kobe lands, roll catch is huge, and play guy choosing the burst there because it keeps the positioning, puts Kobe back in the corner, allowing play guy to keep this advantage. Counter hit JC is not enough.
The double needle right there doesn't get the full combo, however. Play guy still alive, but gets caught low.
Bold stop sign there. Play guy easily could have pressed 5B, 5C there and smoked Kobe, but Kobe just had the read that play guy wanted to get a little bit closer, get a little bit more plus, and that's where the stop sign button came into play.
Remember, for the side swap is going to be all 4 seals unlocked. Bumper up as well. He's going to be using it at some point. That's the bang roll. Use it once, use it another time, and this combo just keeps on going. Hasn't spent any meter yet. I don't think we're going to be spending meter yet because we just want to set that umbrella so you can go for the max damage super from OD as Kobe takes it over play guy in a dominating fashion for the final round. 2-1 and moving on through losers finals to get another chance at beating Dawn.
Yeah, aiming for that run back. He need to redeem himself here, say that the first of 2 was the issue. In the longer set, he takes those. So we'll see. Kobe versus Dawn here. The rush down bang, the unbelievable offense versus Dawn. The double trouble here. The doll protecting Relius, Relius protecting the doll. This pressure seems unbeatable. And when the super comes out, ooh.
He's going to have to hold it once that comes out, but he doesn't have 50 meter just yet, so you don't have to worry about it until that situation arises. But right now, you have to worry about finding a way to deal with this doll because it's still going to be a present threat even without meter.
Here we go. Pressure on, the poison ticking away at Dawn's life, forcing him to make a decision. How are you getting out the reversal super? Will put the brakes on Kobe's offense and give Dawn the corner positioning, which is going to be super important for these mix-ups.
Another big thing about that super as well is that does give him full doll gauge to work with. So Dawn did have that available to him in that moment. Whoever, good combo. From Dawn, coming out, doesn't want to take that damage, and now we are neck and neck into this first round. You're going to see Kobe already improving a lot, but also Dawn getting back really hard against Kobe to stay alive in losers, and that's going to be the cross-up catching Dawn on the start of that super.
Shout out to Zagreus Call Me, catching up the match arena with an additional $10. Once again, direct contributions still open. More on the line for these players to fight to. Kobe putting his heart on his sleeve with that parry.
Let him know. You say right there, 3 seals unlocked. Going to gain this last one here. Oh no! He dropped the combo. Call that a reset though, because Dawn is still stuck here. Gets caught by the bomb, not recognizing the situation. And now Kobe using that 2-second OD timer to basically get the positioning he wants against Dawn.
Yeah. Meter to spend here. Parry not going the way that he wants as Dawn kind of gets out of dodge there. Low doll gauge though. Look out. Will get it. No, doll's dead.
BRM as well.
Yeah, but the overdrive regen is going to kind of revive that doll super quickly enough that she's still able to assist with the combo. Here we go, Duo Bios.
again. Don, patient as ever, knowing that Kobe would love to go further with his sweeper. Blocks it, punishes him. OD is active for Kobe. What's next? Situation gonna be? Oh, doesn't have to worry about the next situation because that overhead connects for Don, multi-hitting, and that's going to open it right up. Guard thrust. Kobe's still alive. Nails tossed out this screen, keeping Don locked in, but Don representing that normal to his fullest effect, setting just being that big active hitbox to Kobe's run.
Man, you're just jumping around there, putting the active frames of the JA, making it so any move that Kobe makes is your life is on the line. We saw that so many times.
Pop him up. Should be a 3K easily, but 3K is not enough to kill. Instead, that nail umbrella will be finishing off the job for Kobe. Perfect run there. 7 golden letters, blue health bar. What more could you want?
What more could you ask for? Kobe taking the game lead here, trying to solidify this advantage once again. You know, it was Don who sent Kobe to losers. Finally getting this run back. Nothing tastes better than revenge. What Kobe's saying here. Getting the run back against Don. And Don, on the other hand, you know, same thing, just a little farther ahead, wanting that run back against Icecool, who's currently sitting in grand finals.
Both players want something out of this. They're also fighting for that money in the match arena.
Yes, once again, shout out to Zagreus for donating, saying, "I'm a student, match me." Pulling out the call, go band for band with a Blazblue player. Nice little combo here from Don, making sure to conserve that doll and also just keep the duration as long as possible, burn out that overdrive timer, and going perfect for perfect here. Band for band, Don getting a perfect against Kobe.
Ground start 5G from Kobe gets blocked. Don taking back his turn and representing those JAs once again. But now, because Kobe recognizes that the JAs are coming out a lot more frequently, this basically just gives him a free guard point. That's literally what it is.
Given an opportunity to blow up backdash out of Don's pressure, only to still get caught by the doll. Low doll gauge right now, though. This is Kobe's opportunity to make something happen in a big way with that seal, catching low. RC to make a combo.
No, but it has caught every single time, hasn't it?
Always works.
Nothing
beats umbrella.
Seems like I think Don might just be underestimating the amount of time it takes for that umbrella to activate. They're trying to jump out the corner, not blocking, and getting hit by it.
Clean reset here for Kobe, forcing Don into the corner.
Oh man, are we going to see a 2-0? Are we going to get a 2-game lead over Don? It could be a possibility. Lockdown, or back up with the nail. I like that we're also just playing patient as well to bait out those kind of options. OD activation, nails continue to land on Don as we're just flying around the screen.
And Don just continues to JA. This has been the button of the set. Relius JA, very active, very oppressive here. Oh, Duo Bios, what is going on? Kobe picks it up. That was the most insane thing I've ever seen in Blazblue. How did he do it? Redeemed.
And the 5D to seal it out. Kobe with a 2-game lead over Don. That was...
When did you lab that?
That was crazy.
Did you know that that would work? It was scripted. How did that happen? Who has the clip? Who has the clip? Drop that right now. I labbed that for a Netta combo music video. My goodness.
Did those clash?
It was all clashes until we canceled into the guard point with the teleport follow-up to make sure you could pick up on the knockdown, that Dawn took from the super, that was unbelievable.
I think
that was first to 3, but I think Dawn has conceded. That was thoroughly impressed, said, go on, King, go to grand finals. At least that's what I have to assume. Dawn is no longer in the...
Oh my god, that was, oh. Okay, it looks like Dawn might just mistaken that for versus 2. Dawn back in the room, or, you know, maybe taking a breather. You need a little bit of a break, seeing what happened right there. It's like, he found out something new about his character, and now he has something new to keep in mind, and I think, I want to say Kobe has been actually trying to do that multiple times in this set so far with those supers on the doll, but finally was able to work it out in the end, especially when it mattered. And man, yeah, what an option, because like, when did you decide that like, hey, I want to lab this? I want to lab how my super clashes with Relius's. I don't know.
Well, this is pretty significant because Kobe has to be fumble here. Like, imagine you hit that. You're 2-0 against Dawn, and then you get reverse 3-0'd. Kobe has to make sure that that timeline does not happen here.
Are you a closer or are you a fumbler?
Yeah, you gotta be a closer here, Kobe. Like I said, redemption. Gotta be a closer.
Oh, tries to pop OD and tries to run away. And what's really interesting about that is that, you know, he has that 8-way directional movement, but he also has counter hit, counter status on his movement in OD. So he got countered right there, even if he didn't press the button.
Tough stuff there, but I mean, so powerful that, you know, Bang Overdrive does need a bit of a downside. Just do it again.
Does it again. Okay, that doesn't quite work out the same way. Yeah, that is definitely more of like a gimmick, I would say. And now Dawn is able to, you know, appropriately make sure that doesn't hit him at the time.
Big air throw here. Once again, Kobe getting really advantaged at the start. Dawn just holding this burst right now as Kobe gets 4 seals. Anti-air there, Dawn descending with the JC.
Oh, I love that usage of the bumper to get to the other side and continue keeping control of the corner. You know, miss Dawn's best attempt to escape and gets clipped by the nails. Super coming out from Dawn is going to be recovering that doll gauge, also going to give him plenty of time to pull it out automatically during this combo.
Dawn may be Amish, because that super input was getting churned. My goodness, that came out the frame Kobe dropped. He's saying, this is my only out. I'm pressing super every second.
That's a lot right there. Super coming out once again and going to clash, giving a free out. Well, I say free, but spent 50 meters to do so. The blocks.
Oh, jumping out of the... And Doll is dead here. Dawn, you know, trying to get that throw to make sure that the offense kept up even as the Doll was recovering. But Kobe able to avoid it. Thought it was a little bit too predictable that a Relius player would go for grab there.
Doll is just being sent out to full screen to poke at Kobe from afar. But a lot of the dolls did whiff, so has to be very cognizant of how much doll gauge he has left. And you can see that happen right there, where you pop that OD so they can recharge that doll gauge and have it later with that pressure string.
Oh, Dawn thought he was cornered there, was not expecting the cross-up to work. Kobe, fatal starter here, going into overdrive early, gonna tack on a bunch of damage. Minimum super will not come out yet because we got the setup with the umbrella burst baited. Kobe is a closer, is a savant with that combo we saw there off the super, and will be going to grand finals here.
In the chat, El Clasico. That's exactly how I would describe this matchup that I'm seeing right here.
Yeah, this matchup has been aged like a fine wine. break it out on special occasions. And here we go. Like you were saying, the loser's run for Kobe has been incredible.
The wheel of fate is turning.
Both of these players have won so much in this top 8 to make it here. We'll see. Will Icecool bleed? Already off to a huge start. Anti-air making sure that Kobe knows that this air movement, this great bang double air dash, is not gonna fly for free. Check the instant blocks, but Kobe does find the counter hit.
Popping over to the other side. Counter hit, and that's going to be an immediate burst from Kobe, not wanting to have any of it. You know, bursting, I would say, against Susanoo does double duty, right? You basically prevent the damage, you prevent the Oki situation, but you also prevent him from unlocking special. And I think that's one of the big important thing that you want to avoid, because look at that, that's one single combo unlocked him 3 of some of his strongest tools.
Oh, and that F Shiki, we've seen it so to make this damage really hurt after such a difficult mix to block. The laser will not be enough. Kobe here with a ton of meter, but the whiff will be punished by Icecool.
All right, now I want y'all to be paying attention to one thing. You know how we've been talking about a lot when it comes to Susanoo and which skills he wants to unlock in which order. You use like DP, then Ground Viper, then Spin to increase the damage. Maybe play the Judgment for the first three.
Whoa! Confidence from Icecool, a villain.
Okay, pushing forward, but yeah, no. One of the key tools I think you really have to be focusing on that Icecool wants to unlock very fast is that orb, unlike any other matchup, because orb deletes projectiles and you want to be able to delete those nails.
Oh yeah, definitely want to stop Kobe from following those in, getting in super easily with that resource. That's why it's limited for Bang, because you can use them so well. Now, back on a bunch of damage. Plenty of meter here for Kobe. Seems like anything could kill, but huge drop here. Block on the overhead, but the second overhead will catch Icecool. Maybe it was the third overhead.
Rebel 3. Action.
Forward barrier. Playing patient. Unlocks a special. Instantly unlocks DP and uses it immediately after. I love that energy. Keeping Kobe on his toes.
All right, there we go. The momentum burst you were talking about, but Icecool was able to unlock the DP, one of the most important unlocks. So the confidence from Icecool to just walk forward, to just run forward that long is unbelievable. Kobe is looking silly right now.
Certainly putting Kobe in his place, because Icecool has put himself into a fantastic position, being one up in the grand finals, especially more so since Icecool is on that winner's side, meaning he has to win 1 versus 3, while Kobe has to win 2. Kobe starts off on the back foot, and that back foot is starting to become even more of a problem as Icecool is gaining the lead, gaining momentum, and snowballing like his character.
Shishigami.
Yeah, we were talking about that in the set against Dom, how it seemed how even though Icecool is a person and not a fighting game character, that Icecool had the snowball factor. As Icecool was playing better against Don, he just kept going, kept winning even harder, getting perfects. So things are looking tough for Kobe here. Really has to hit the momentum stopper.
And now this really is a Blazblue tournament. We've solidified it. Must Die is playing. It has to play at least once. And if it's going to play now, no, this is a fantastic opportunity to do so. See, unlocked with the DP. You know he really wants to prioritize that defensive option. And it has been working out so well against Kobe, even more so than any other player that we've seen so far in the bracket.
Yeah. Really working out here. Kobe working as well on this second seal. Taking the quarter positioning and baiting with the bouncer. They're going to add some additional damage to this combo. But Icecool, like we've been talking about, the confidence has been unreal. The confidence for go to second DP after one's baited. Kobe navigating into the super here, won't kill.
Oh my god, Icecool has been in this situation before. But, you know, just because you've been in that situation before doesn't mean you're able to see it through to the end. And we know that Kobe is a closer, so he's going to close out that round.
Yeah, this is Kobe's closing arc right now. Has had enough fumbling, only closing for now. And Icecool falling into that second nail, so plus. Kobe could have done anything. So it makes sense to try and mash there, catch Kobe being a little bit too greedy. And look at all the seals Icecool is getting.
Oh, he unlocked the big three. That's what we call them, the big three. The DP, ground viper spin. There's a throw. Going to be a decent amount of damage, but of course it's going to be heavily scaled because it is a throw combo, run up, spin, blocking. Wait to see what Kobe wants to do afterwards. Attempted to go for the crush trigger. Not going to end up working out, however, and Kobe will be finding a small combo against Icecool, but not enough to really give him that much momentum.
Oh, and finding the air throw reset as well. Kobe was looking so confident on that offense. Overdrive available to lock out the burst, add this additional damage. That is all Kobe needs to tie it up. A game apiece in grand finals.
Slow death as every single hit of the super has to land at some point, and that will be the finisher. No RC macro, no meter to RC anyways. We're not going to fumble that one.
Excellent play there. Yeah, and we got a grand finals here, folks. Looks like Icecool was in complete control, but Kobe flipping the script here.
And locked it back in. Two Carl haters bonding over each other in grand finals.
The wheel of fate is turning.
To think in a different life we could have been friends.
Tag me in too. Just kidding. Here we go. Kobe versus Icecool, game number 3 of grand finals, and Kobe is starting off strong.
Oh, spends the burst for the DP unlock, but that means that even when the shields are down for Icecool with no burst, the DP will still be available. And this is something you see in high-level Blazblue a lot. Overdrive is so strong, but the momentum for both these characters is even more important. So even though Overdrive is so important, you still see Icecool and Kobe bursting super early onto the round.
Oh, another thing I want to point out too is that, you know, even if he doesn't use a DP, you see that Icecool is very frugal when it comes to his DP usage. What he wants is the threat of the DP. I think that's one big important thing, because you saw Icecool just wake up with a 2A because Kobe was expecting a DP on wake up, and that kind of threat gives him so much room to start to basically claw back advantages when you think that you really can't.
Man, what's going on right now almost looks like a...
Oh, I think we legitimately are having some issues. Hold on.
We'll see. Yeah, whiffing buttons here, that usually indicates we both know that the game is kind of chugging along. Let's see if eventually it feels good to press buttons again. So we'll see now. Yeah, just maybe it got better. Maybe we're just playing it out here. You know, that is the nature of net play tournaments. Sometimes the connection are not great. Kobe just throwing nails away on the bumper right now.
Not going to be able to use either of those bumpers. However, Icecool, all these combos, I think it literally is a lag problem.
Yeah, and always, you know, it could be a desync as well. We could not be seeing what's actually going on between players. So, yeah, you know, kind of unfortunate that this is happening in grand finals, but luckily this is not the final game between our two. We are 1-1 right now, so even if there is an issue, hopefully we should still get that hype final game. Maybe Kobe killing in the desync world right now, popping that overdrive with the bar.
Hold on. Do you believe? Place your bet.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, and the OD pop from Icecool, whipping some throws, really mocking Kobe from full screen. And Kobe,
yeah, you know, kind of guessing that Kobe's just gonna run up into the grab, so kind of putting that out to stop the approach. Really like that from Icecool. Most players would be afraid to grab full screen like that, but not him.
Yeah, and those 5D usage from Kobe to close that out. You know, if it doesn't work the first time, second time, third time, waiting to proc that guard point. You know, very smart play from Kobe to close out that round over Icecool.
Yeah. Yeah, you know, very good play from both of our players. You know, sometimes you got to mix them up really bad. You got to just be like, I'm going to whiff my button 15 times. I'm mashing 5B every single second of the day. And ideally, we're talking to our players here to kind of figure out what happened. You know, we did see Kobe win on stream, but it could be that in the desync, in something like that, it was actually Icecool who took the game. So we're going to kind of touch base, figuring out what's going on, and then hopefully keep this grand finals chugging along at a good pace, at an exciting pace.
Okay, it looks like we're giving that point to Kobe. Let me see. Yeah, okay, so no desync issues apparently. It might... Okay, so it looks like it's just a Bluetooth issue with the controllers. So, you know, controller problems still staying prevalent even in this grand finals, which is truly unfortunate. But we're still getting some high plays, and hopefully all the issues are sorted out so far. Kobe now with 2 points right now, just needs to win one more to get the reset over Icecool, and suddenly things have turned in Kobe's favor.
Oh yeah, blocking out the needles there, but Icecool getting pushed into the corner. The bomb fatal counter starter for Kobe here.
Poison for the tick damage. Yeah, increasing the damage for this combo. Nearly 4K has all the seals unlocked as well. This is going to increase the amount of damage he can output on Icecool, and we're going to be seeing it in full force right here, spending all that meter, cashing out big, sets up the umbrella. What's it going to be now? That's what it's going to be below. Catching Icecool, popping up into the umbrella for the easy confirm into the super.
Man, yeah, good low guess there and keeping up, you know, the pressure. Man. Icecool now, though, big chance with the low, like we talked about before. Susanoo has a lot more overheads than lows. People like to block high against this character a lot. Pressure up, the staggers here, and sneaking in with the momentum into the throw.
All right, we got a perfect on the table. Icecool with that counter argument saying, hey, how about this perfect instead? Evened up game number 4. I'm gonna get into game number 5. We're getting very close to that. Icecool has that OD pop. Nice little small hits, but a very punishable misstep.
Yeah, not able to confirm that. Gonna get punished for that quite a bit. No unlocks here except for DP, which is all you need sometimes. Icecool taking the momentum back.
Trigger straight into that burst. It'll take a while for that burst to come back for Kobe, and Icecool might be able to take this round here before that burst even becomes a factor later on. This is a huge thing to take this early on, but it's also huge for Kobe to do a lot of damage with this combo early on.
Active flow here, so Overdrive is coming back from Icecool. It's super significant. Bursting locks you out for getting active flow the rest of the round, which means Kobe's not going to be getting burst back at all.
Oh, in the burst from Icecool offensive to keep Kobe locked into the corner. Tries to go for an air throw, but gets smacked down. Down hit. It's coming down so close.
Saw
down the wire. I see this combo. This is going to kill Kobe. No, we dropped. Oh, we're still able to get the overhead. That's going to be the reset going to Kobe, as now we're back at 0-0.
What a run Kobe / Oldhead Slayer has been on to get here to grand finals, and now taking it over Icecool. And again, Icecool had that really good game 1. We saw him going crazy in that, but has not been able to take a game since then.
Seems like it. Well, you know, there's only one game you could lose then, right? at the very end, after Kobe was able to sneak one out. But yeah, no, you're right. Lost 2 games like that. Lost the other game due to some controller issues. And now we're at that reset. Icecool brought down to the loser side, brought down to Kobe's level, as now we play out one more set between the two.
Let's see it. Great IBs at the start here for Kobe. Playing that active defense really, really well. Making sure that Icecool can't get in for free, but does find the throw. And that momentum burst, like you were talking about, Salty Boy, you know, making sure that Icecool does not get any unlocks this round with the early burst. And you can only stop the snowball for so long.
Guard point is an answer against Icecool. Always proving to be a very potent tool to use against Icecool's air approach. They love to represent. Hits. Deep on side swap. 3K. Unlock some more specials. And now unlocks Ground Viper RC to keep this pressure going. But a great neutral jump from Kobe will be beating out that option from Icecool.
To having overdrive for Icecool, but an excellent whiff punish with the 5B should take this round meter built. Icecool not even needing it. Trying to get that confidence back after getting the reset on. Man, such good play from both these players.
That OD will be running out. Both players without any OD or burst. A 5D attempt. Once again, that's cool. Instead, actually, that time, going over it. And this is a pretty good pickup, unlocking the Blade of Judgment. And I love how Icecool was immediately ready to go into that, rooting for it.
Oh, yeah. Super good awareness, pulling away the barrier with the Crush Trigger. Icecool always looking for people to rely on IVs too much and get caught by that barrier breaking, you know, Crush Trigger. Oh, big whiff, but no punish from Icecool.
Almost got an insane pickup. We're just scrambling right now. We are definitely scrambling, unable to get any big pickups, banging meter to get each other off of them. 6B after 6B after 6B into OD to get the invincibility, the 2C multi-hit low, instant overhead, and Kobe blocking all of it. What a 3C.
Goes the run back, even in danger, can Kobe do it? No needles, no. And the no tech from Icecool getting punished, super available for Kobe. This should be easy, clean it up. Round apiece after this reset.
50 seconds on the clock remaining as well. Very, very long. I think we're going to be seeing even more as Kobe shows what he's made of.
Bumper set up, spending the resource on that, trying to keep this corner instead of returning to neutral. Nails are so important. Shove here from Icecool, escaping the corner. But now, again, Icecool has a lot of health left to go, and Kobe only has 2 nails.
Bends up, throw into the corner to go. Viper, he should be unlocking the spin here. There we go. And the patience, catching the rollout. And yeah, that 5D can be very hard to punish, especially when that parry does activate, leaving that big smoke bomb. There's not really much you can do afterwards.
Ooh. If on it, we got the activation. Once again, this scariest part of Centralfiction. Bang overdrive is so powerful. And 5 seconds remaining now for Kobe just to use this. Finds the hit, burst locked out because of overdrive. Go into super now. Has the meter to RC the super.
Don't put your controller down. Don't put your controller down. Don't put your controller down. All right.
Now taking advantage after the reset. This is 4 straight wins for Killakobe.
Yeah, Killakobe on a roll right now. Man, like what a run it has been so far, getting the reset against Icecool, being all these strong players. 1 game up over Icecool, locking back into our characters. The advantage is now in Kobe's favor, despite Icecool holding it for so long.
Man, let's get it. Icecool trying to find his footings. Been able to put up real fight in a while and has come so close, but Killakobe just able to inch it out every single time. Once again, the momentum burst, making sure that Icecool cannot unlock any seals, keeping that snowball from rolling down the hill.
Trying to press a button to interrupt the 5As. Icecool gets counter hit.
Oh, tried to go for the overhead reset, but Icecool a little too wise to it, going for the mash. Oh, second command grab, spending the meter. Will be able to finish off of this. Killakobe once again, stopping Icecool from getting any sort of...
Rebel 2. Action.
Oh, he's feeling himself all right. 5A, wow, what a stuff on that approach.
No F Shiki off of that, not plus enough. Big tech here by Killakobe, going back in with the jump. But good read by Icecool. Felt like Killakobe was committing to the bumpers a little bit too much. Just putting out the anti-air to stuff any of that movement around.
On the overhead, and you can see that we're trying to go for that super. Maybe trying to catch a button that Icecool is trying to press to take that turn.
Yeah.
Working out a little too early.
Wake up mash from Killakobe, but the DP back from Icecool. This may be the momentum start that Icecool needs.
3. Action.
Falling back the momentum away from Kobe's hands, and that's going to be an air throw to really show that Icecool is getting back in his element.
Yeah, Kobe not willing to spend the early burst there, which means that Icecool is going to start getting these unlocks, including DP, putting a stop to Kobe's pressure off of that DP.
I love that jump cancel from the air normal as well, noticing that it's going to go for the 5D, so it doesn't want to get punished by it, instead jumping up to avoid it.
Kobe trying to OD through the throw. Will still get it, and the EA as well, getting this active flow, but in danger time right now. Overhead Slayer, Oldhead Slayer is on the edge of a knife here in life. Needs to close this out, but Icecool with the burst away. Kobe, I think, just waits to get burst. You just play this neutral slow, but the air throw getting burst back, and Icecool bait it.
Oh, he's holding on to it, and there it is, the first bait from Icecool. I love how Icecool actually didn't finish that combo. That's what I really like about Icecool's rooting. He didn't finish the combo because he was like, okay, I know that Kobe is probably going to hold on to this burst because he feels like it'll be too predictable right now, noticing that the super is coming very soon. So instead, he ends the combo early so that the next combo will basically provide him a guaranteed burst bait.
So good there from Icecool. And finally putting the brakes on the Kobe momentum right now.
Just going back and forth.
You said you wouldn't talk about it, but when cash is on the line, big Matcherino prize to be paid out here. And also the pride, of course. This is El Clasico. This match has been played so many times. Icecool now with the momentum burst, trying to stop Kobe from getting the early advantage.
Yeah, I usually want to say that Icecool has that slight advantage, but it's not really feel like that anymore. It feels like it's Kobe's game now.
Yeah, and now with no overdrive to threaten Icecool, no DP to stop the onslaught, it feels like this round is all Kobe's. Icecool does have the big body health bar. We'll get one more chance to play, but the life lead feels too big right now.
Cross up, the nail being so active, no cross up protection, however, and that's going to be straight into the super. I mean, Kobe's rooting is just so good whenever he has meter, noticing that, okay, this is probably going to be an awkward hit, and that the best way to end this is just go for that simple giant hitbox from that super.
Yeah, keep it simple, stupid. Kobe making sure that there are no fumbles. Once again, we're in our closer arc right now. Off the bumper, into the corner, Icecool getting onslaught here. At least has the DP now.
bumpers, one behind him, one in front of him. He can utilize both if needed, but Icecool dragging him away against his will. Ground Viper run to the other side, and the OD kind of used as a pause run to see what Icecool is going to do. But I think we try to get a little too antsy and go for those dashes to escape. Got caught out in the process.
Fatal counter starter, 3 extra frames to every little hit. And push to the corner here, and now a guess away as we get the reset into the rapid. DP baited, couldn't rapid because it whiffed super once again. Kobe is closing. We are keeping it so simple. No opportunity for burst, no opportunity for the umbrella to scale the combo a little bit too much. Kobe is looking unbeatable.
And Kobe maintaining his lead is just one game away from taking TNS tonight. It's been a long night so far. A wonderful 4 hours that we've been spending with y'all, watching some amazing Blazblue Centralfiction, but it's starting to come to a head. Can we see a game 5? Is that possible? Icecool pondering at character select, Kobe pondering at character select, deciding what their next course of action will be. Well, the first course of action is to first get rid of that must die, because it is Bang's arc. It is Kobe's closing arc. Can we finish this set? Can we finish this tournament right here, right now?
See, if this is the ultimate closing test for Kobe to close it out against Icecool. Early overdrive back, Kobe dashing out, trying to find the whiff and getting it. Once again, you can see how this Bang overdrive can be so powerful. We'll connect the hits here. Icecool building these specials, getting Grand Viper for the combos and DP for the defense. Fyre coming in with the direct donation. The prize pool has not been closed yet. Who has claimed it has not been decided yet. Falling down.
Actually avoiding that Parisi attempt as well, just going a little too far for it to hit. RC out of that situation. Kobe fighting back once again, always playing that active defense. Has Icecool poisoned for increased tick damage on this combo. 50 meter to his name. Bumper active in front of his face. Goes to the other side. A burst from Icecool to keep Kobe locked in the corner. He knows that he can take this with another combo. Has most of his seals unlocked as well, and goes straight into the super to deny the burst from Kobe.
What a read there by Icecool. When Icecool pressed air throw there, Kobe was still on the ground. Icecool just had the player read that Kobe was going for that rising button, was going to try and catch him in the air. And this is what you see in after resets and first to threes, is this read by Icecool.
Kobe. Always is just proving to be a dominant threat even after that round win from Icecool. And crush trigger as well. Oh, this is a legendary round for Kobe. If we win here, this is set point. This is tournament point. 45 meter, spending a little bit. The string.
Oh, and the delay tech gonna be exploded for full damage here. Should be going into final round. Not enough. Baits the super though, and that'll be enough. Kobe is on tournament point here in this round. Luckily, Icecool can rely on this overdrive advantage and this early hit. The momentum now for Icecool, gonna spend that overdrive early just to get as many unlocks as we can. Get this snowball rolling. Second overhead connects. Kobe taking a ton of damage.
This is becoming more and more of a threat as Icecool stages his way to become a natural disaster. Kobe, though, has something to say about it.
Now, low health Bang with overdrive. The opportunity is definitely here for the round to go the way of Kobe. Gonna be on final hit situation here. Look at the meter. Look at the overdrive.
No burst just yet. The super lands, but we can't kill with this interaction just yet. Wait, no, maybe you can't. RC OD, hold on.
3 seals unlocked, big damage here, overdrive locked out. If this is enough for Kobe, this could be it. The whole tournament going for the setup instead, but you are in throw range, and Icecool taking us to a game 3.
The combo didn't finish. Set up the umbrella in a panic to hopefully keep Icecool locked down, and like you said, forgot about the fact that he was in throw range right up in Icecool's arms as Icecool picked him up, swept him away, and now has swept us to a final game number 5, folks, between Icecool and Kobe. It is certainly running the distance, and both players want to win so bad. The Bang theme still locked in as we get into our final game with a $280 donation to bring us to $500 in the prize pool. I don't know if Icecool and Kobe are hearing this, but now you better be keeping those fingers ready because you gotta be playing out of your mind.
Skylar 56 raising the stakes at the 11th hour, the final game. And this is the true challenge. We were talking about it. Will Kobe be a closer? It all comes down to this. EA to stop the momentum.
Oh
Baits the TP! Talk to me, Salty. How's this going down?
Oh, we have enough meter to really make Icecool be scared of this next situation, and the umbrella is going to be even scarier because we are going to be locking down Icecool for the easy super finish that we've seen so many times before. The only difference was we used umbrella in mid-screen, but I love how Kobe mixed things up, making himself less predictable and actually crossed him up so that Icecool was unsure of how to escape that umbrella and also how to block it as well. And now Kobe is on tournament point, the OG being popped for Icecool, but this is not going to be giving him much of an advantage as Kobe keeps this pressure going, keeps building up more and more meter to use, and going to be unlocking a lot of seals along with it as well. There's 2. There's going to be 1 bumper placed as well to assist him in this pressure.
Using that bumper as an escape tool, just trying to get away. Icecool, I think, is really looking at that overdrive bar right now, trying to make sure that he has access to a burst or overdrive this round, because it all comes down to this. Challenge so bold there from Icecool. No meter, no burst as an escape hatch if that went wrong, and paying the dividends now, the rewards for the risk that Icecool took.
Kobe has burst right now, but I don't know if he wants to spend it yet. It could be a little bit risky. Finds the hit against Icecool. This should be the umbrella set. Finds small hit on Icecool, keeping him from fully escaping. And Icecool with some meter on hand has to find some way to block this OD sequence. Icecool also has burst, also has OD right now. Uses the OD for the OD raid cancel. And now Kobe backing up, and now he's locked into the air, the unblockable, the command grab super,
oh my gosh,
as Kobe checkmates Icecool to take TNS Blazblue Centralfiction number 2.